Ohm. The pitch-black sickle slash, like a punishment from heaven, fell on Sanagakure fiercely. Boom. The sickle-shaped slash that spanned hundreds of meters exploded with shocking power. Kacha. Kacha. The earth of Sanagakure was as fragile as white paper in front of this terrifying sickle slash. Even from the middle, it splits into two directly. Boom. Under this terrifying sickle slash, an abyss that was hundreds of meters deep appeared in the center of Sanagakure. The abyss continued to spread, and Sanagakure, like a sailing ship crumbling on the sea, began to fall. Run. The sand shinobi screamed in horror and yelled in horror as they watched the horrible sickle slash spreading towards them. But what catches their eyes in the end is the black that represents death. The sand shinobi who were in the sickle-shaped slash range just got stuck in their throats as soon as they screamed. The body felt a sharp pain, and then the whole person was shattered by that terrifying sword aura. What made the sand shinobi even more frightened was that the bodies and flesh of the dead sand shinobi were completely ashes, but a black air current appeared strangely from the place where they died. Then, they gathered again on that terrifying sickle slash. After absorbing these black air currents, the light of the sickle-like slash became deeper and deeper. Rumble. With a shocking airwave, it spread towards the periphery of Sanagakure. It's here, taking us as nourishment. A sand shinobi Jonin, who was on the periphery of the encirclement, was not crushed in the first place. Seeing this weird scene, the body couldn't stop shaking. He saw that anyone who was killed would become the nourishment for this black sickle. In the eyes of this sand shinobi Jonin, this is a slash, it is a demon that devours everything. Ho, ho, in the end, the Jonin of sand shinobi suffered a complete breakdown and a nervous smile appeared on his face. Puff. At the moment when the sickle slash spread, the body of this sand shinobi Jonin burst open. A black air current slowly emerged from the place of his explosion, and then gathered on the sickle slash. He has also become the nourishment for this sickle slash. Rumble. The black sickle slash, like a deadly shinigami. Destroy everything in front of it. With the raging sickle slash, not only did it not weaken, but it became more profound and huge. The breath of death is its best nutrient. As long as the breath of death is constantly replenished, this sickle slash will never die. Boom. Earth, architecture, sand shinobi. All things blocking in front of the sickle slash were crushed violently. The earth is collapsing, the earth is wailing. Sand shinobi, fleeing desperately. A bottomless abyss of terror, with the sickle slash raging like the most tragic scar, appeared on the earth. Rumble. As if the earth's crust was destroyed by this terrifying sickle slash, Sanagakure, like a big tree that was cut open, collapsed on both sides with this endless abyss as the center. The terrain has been completely changed. Ah! Save me. The sand shinobi, who were not within the coverage of the sickle slash, were buried deep under the ruins under this terrifying collapse. Rumble. The raging sickle slash was just like the cold shinigami, without the slightest pity. With amazing fluctuations, the entire Sanagakure runs through. Then, he slammed into Sanagakure's proudest barrier, a ray of sky. Kacha. Kacha. This is regarded as a barrier of pride by Sanagakure, like a fragile piece of white paper in front of this terrifying sickle slash. Start to collapse. Boom. The jet black sickle slash directly penetrates the sky. Bang. The flying rocks caused a scar that was nearly 100 meters wide. A ray of sky was penetrated, and Sanagakure was directly exposed in the desert. Rumble. After the black sickle slash pierced through a ray of sky, without stopping, it raged towards the desert. I don't know how long it has passed, or how far it has raged, that terrifying sickle slash slowly disappeared into the sky. Huh. Sanagakure's line of sky is penetrated, and Sanagakure can no longer withstand the wind and sand in the desert. The violent wind and sand flooded from the gap nearly 100 meters wide, and continued to roar in Sanagakure. Huh. The wind and sand blow, and Sanagakure is dead. The Sanagakure of Nuo-Da turned out to be like a ghost town. Only that figure stood in the center of Sanagakure. Really, a beautiful masterpiece. Yu carried Chusui and breathed slightly, the scarlet light in his eyes faded quickly. At this moment, looking down from the height of Sanagakure, Sanagakure was cut open by a single knife. Was cut in half. All the buildings have become ruins, and a sense of death is constantly emanating. Wow. This. At this time, a golden flash lighted up, and Minado's figure appeared on a ruin in Sanagakure. Minado stared blankly at the scene before him. Sanagakure was completely in ruins, as if someone was holding a giant sword that pierced through the sky and cut it in half from the middle. Even Sanagakure's proudest line of sky was penetrated by a scar nearly 100 meters wide. At this time Sanagakure, a dead silence. Isn't this Minado? At this time, a surprised voice sounded. Yes, Yu? Minato looked for his reputation and saw Yu smile brightly at him. Ha ha ha, Minato, you came just right. You have to prove it to me, I will cut Sanagakure directly. Yu grinned, pointed at Sanagakure, which was turned into ruins, and laughed. Yu, did you do it? Minato looked at Yu, who was smiling brightly, with shock in his eyes. All this was actually done by Yu. Although there was a hunch, when Minato was confirmed, it was still extremely shocked. This is Sanagakure, one of the 5 hidden villages. Surprisingly, Yu was cut down by Yu alone? Huh. The wind and sand whizzed in Sanagakure. Minato feels messy in the wind. Sanagakure, it is one of the 5 hidden villages with Konoha. Before 3rd Kazekage disappeared, Sanagakure ranked 2nd in the 5 hidden villages in military strength. Konoha has assembled an army of ninjas and has been fighting Sanagakure on the front line for several months. Even Jiraiya, one of his teachers, Sannin, and Tsunade, also Sannin, are on the front line. Konoha, ready to fight Sanagakure for several years. As a result, Yu alone cut down Sand Shinobi's old nest, Sanagakure. Take a look at this purgatory-like scene, even the topography of Sanagakure has been completely changed. I hurriedly came to Sanagakure. Did he come to rescue Yu or collect Sanagakure's body? Minato's brain is a little confused at the moment. Minato, have you brought wine? When Minato heard it, he smiled bitterly and shook his head. Yu, it's the same Yu. Bring it. Here you are. Minato showed a smile. This was what Jiraiya told him. To find Yu, you must bring a good bottle of wine. This is also the experience of Jiraiya. It's really there. Yu watched Minato take out a good bottle of wine, his eyes lit up. Tons. He took it, and Yu drank freely on the ruins of Sanagakure. Ha. After cutting people, drinking is cool. Yu let out a sigh of relief. Yu, tell me in detail, what is going on? I am still a little confused now. Minato looked at Yu and gave a wry smile. Are you hacking people? You cut all Sanagakure. Take a look at this promised Sanagakure. At this time it seems to have been cut in half. Completely turned into ruins. Such destructive power may only be possible with tailed beast bomb. And it has to be continuous bombing. This is no longer what S-level ninjutsu can do. Already, beyond the scope of S-rank ninjutsu. Yu, is it comparable to this kind of war machine? Minato smiled bitterly. Speaking of strength, he possessed Flying Thunder God technique, in a sense, was invincible. The decapitation ability is even more amazing. But in terms of destructive power, 10 of them tied together are not as good as Yu. Oh? I had to give you a good talk about this. Yu was overjoyed immediately. After cutting people, what do you want to do after drinking? Then we have to talk about my great achievements. To talk about this performance, what is Yu most regrettable? That is, there is no audience. But Minato saw the result of this performance, and it was pretty good. At least after going back, the unseen Jiraiya could be speechless. Otherwise, with Jiraiya's barren imagination, he can't think of his great achievements. So Yu stood in the ruins of Sand Shinobi, drinking wine while telling Minato about his experience during this time. After cutting down those damn Sand Shinobi, I thought about going back to Konoha Daing. Yu talked freely. When I heard that Yu only went the wrong way and entered the territory of the Kingdom of Wind. Minato's expression is very wonderful. So, Lord 3rd Hokage and his teacher, Jiraiya, came to the conclusion that Yu was going to attack the Sanagakure supply line based on various sources of intelligence. They are simply being sentimental? Yu just found a camp and snatched Sanagakure's wine, because Sand Shinobi provoked Yu and was destroyed by it. Then I went in the wrong direction and walked into the territory of the Kingdom of Wind, and happened to meet Sanagakure's transport team. Minato remembered that since this period of time, he and Shikahisa were in the Kingdom of the Wind, looking for Yu's traces along Sanagakure's supply line. They wanted to cooperate with Yu's experience of attacking Sanagakure's supply line, and had the urge to kill them. Feelings, you are not interested in Sanagakure's supply line at all. You just went the wrong way. After entering the Kingdom of Wind, I thought, can I go back casually? Then I can't let the white-haired bastard and old man grab my handle? I must do something to convince the white-haired bastard and the old man to return to Konoha gracefully, so I am here Sanagakure. Yu has an expression of, look at my genius. Look, Minato wants to cry. You are so smart. Your head must have been fainted by the heat. Normal people, can you think of directly hitting the enemy's base camp? Just because I didn't want my teacher Jiraiya and Master 3rd Hokage to say a few words, I just killed Sanagakure? This is too cruel. Minato, who has always been sunny, couldn't help but start swearing. The most important thing is that Uyu really did it. Sanagakure was chopped into ruins by Uyu. Do you know how powerful my swordsmanship is? Uyu glanced at Minato's expression and was suddenly dissatisfied. Stuck by your own genius, right? The expression is a bit silly. Immediately began to brag about how powerful his swordsmanship was. Minato heard that Uyu boasted about his swordsmanship in the sky and nothing on the ground. A sword can cut the sun and the moon. The corners of his mouth twitched fiercely. But looking at the ruins of Sanagakure, he believes it. How old is Uyu this year? He slashed Sanagakure into ruins. If you continue to grow up, who knows if Uyu will really cut the moon away. Yes, Uyu, let's go back to Konoha Daing first. Minato watched Uyu still talking, took Uyu's arm, and said with a wry smile. His head is a little dizzy, and he can't stand the stimulus. Let's quickly bring Uyu back to Konoha base camp. If you don't bring Uyu back, Master Tsunade can kill him. Okay, I'll talk to you slowly on the way. What a broken place in this Sanagakure, it's all sand. Except for wine, what the hell? Uyu smashed his mouth and spat. After spending so many days in the desert, Uyu is also bored. Quanta is sand. Minato smiled bitterly, you cut the house into rubble, and you still dislike it. Really, murder and punish the heart. Woo. Minato took Uyu's arm and swept towards Konoha Daing. He has to hold Uyu tightly, don't let Uyu run away again. This time he lost his run and buried Sanagakure. If you run away again, don't you want to kill Iwagakure? He really can't stand this stimulus. Bang. After Minato and Uyu walked for a long time, there was a tremor in the ruins of Sanagakure. Bang. Hulla. Long after Uyu and the others left, the remaining sand shinobi one after another in the ruins of Sanagakure crawled out of the ruins with fear deep in their souls in their eyes. The sand shinobi who were within the range of that sickle slash attack, needless to say, were all shattered by the terrifying slash. The sand shinobi who were far away from that sickle slash were smashed under the terrifying shock. Some were completely buried under the ruins in the abyss. Some lucky ones have survived. Just now, when the monster and his companions rushed over, bragging about how to cut their Sanagakure in half. Although they felt extremely humiliated, they didn't dare to take the lead at all. Because they understand that as long as they show up, they are dead. It took a long time for the monster to go before they dared to crawl out of the ruins. Sand, Sanagakure. A sand shinobi crawled out of the ruins, covered with gravel, and the wound on his forehead was constantly bleeding. He stared at Sanagakure in ruins blankly, with blankness and fear in his eyes. Their Sanagakure was cut into ruins by the intruder? Up to now, he still hasn't recovered. And some people, looking at Sanagakure in ruins, began to cry. Come on. Where's the medical ninja? Chiyo-sama is going to die soon. Just as the remaining sand shinobi were crying, roaring, or dumbfounded, several sand shinobi were crying. Hoo-hoo, Chiyo, Sanagakure's number 2 figure, was lying in the ruins at this time. Her eyes were blank, her breathing weakened, her body was covered with blood, and her right arm had long since disappeared. More than that, her internal organs can be seen from the wound to her lower abdomen. What about the medical ninja? The sand shinobi roared. But in such a chaotic scene, where can I find a medical ninja? And Chiyo's breathing became weaker and weaker. Swish. 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 Just when the sand shinobi were desperate, several sand shinobi appeared in front of them. What the hell is this? A female ninja with short orange hair looked at Chiyo, who was seriously injured and dying, with an incredible color in her eyes. It's miserable, it's miserable. When she returned, even the ray of sky was completely penetrated. Sanagakure is completely in ruins. There were crying and wailing everywhere. The remaining sand shinobi, all wounded, and many faint calls for help sounded from the depths of the ruins. Sanagakure's number 2 character, Chiyo-sama, fell in a pool of blood, severely wounded and dying. Master Yeking. Let the medical ninja come soon, Master Chiyo will be gone. Sand shinobi were taken aback by the sudden appearance of a few people, thinking that the monster was back again. At this time, their nerves are already a bit weak. But after seeing the person who came, tears suddenly flowed down. Come here, it is Sanagakure's top powerhouse, Yekura of Scorch Style. Master Yeking is also going to perform the search mission in the Kingdom of Wind. Now, are you finally back? Finally, saved. Damn it, where's the medical ninja? Yi Kang came back to his senses and roared. Yi Kang led a sand shinobi force of nearly 8,000 people. Among them, there are medical ninjas. Master Yeking, the medical ninja is here. Several ninjas in medical suits were caught by a few jonin and came towards this side.
Sanagakure,
has become a ruin. These medical ninjas do not know how long it will take to get here by themselves. Hurry up! Yi Kang shouted. If Chio died, the trouble would be serious. The green medical ninjutsu lights up, and several medical ninjas begin to rescue them with all their strength. Hoo. I don't know how long it took, the leading medical ninja gasped, and the light of medical ninjutsu slowly weakened. How about Chio-sama? Yi Kang asked nervously. The blood has stopped, but Chio-sama was injured too badly. The internal organs were damaged to varying degrees, especially the liver, which was almost half destroyed. Still not out of danger, the environment here is too bad. The operation must be performed in a place with medical conditions. The leading medical ninja said quickly. Asshole, you guys, go and set up a temporary operating room. Yi Kang cursed secretly, pointed at several Jonin and shouted. The current Sanagakure was already in ruins, and the original hospital was buried under the ruins. Only a temporary operating room can be established in the desert. Dialysis the rest, search and rescue immediately. Where's Captain Anbu? Why didn't you see him? Where are Anbu's people? Yi Kang shouted, and then asked quickly. Anbu is better at search and rescue. Yekura was also very angry. Sanagakure was destroyed like this, Anbu could not shirk the blame. Sir Captain Anbu, killed. Almost all Anbu was killed by that monster. A surviving Sand Shinobi, while crying, told this tragic fact. With his own eyes, he saw Captain Sand Shinobi Anbu dying under the horrible sickle slash. Dead? Yi Kang's expression was dull. Captain Sand Shinobi Anbu, in terms of strength, is definitely the top 5 in Sanagakure. Possessing the shadow level strength, even in the entire ninja world, they are all well-known figures. Such a person, in Sanagakure, was killed. Looking at Chindai, who was seriously injured and dying in a pool of blood, Yi Kang's god was in a trance. What happened? Search and rescue first. But Yi Kang understood that now is not the time to ask, saving talent is the most important thing. Understood. Sand Shinobi, led by Yi Kang, began to search and rescue. One by one, Sand Shinobi, who was seriously injured and dying, was rescued from the rubble. The search and rescue continued until late at night. The loss has also been counted. Tong, the statistics are wrong, right? Outside Sanagakure, a temporary camp was established. Yi Kang was in the tent, looking at the list of battle damages in his hand, with a dull expression. How she hoped that the numbers on this table were wrong. Send a letter to Master Fengying, asking for help. Yi Kang's lips trembled. Sanagakure, because of one person, suffered a heavier loss than in the Second Ninja War. Soon, a report book appeared on 4th Kazekage, Luosha's combat table. Konoha, a mysterious strong man, committed suicide and entered Sanagakure alone. Solo battle Sanagakure has an army of more than 5,000 ninjas. Among them, there are also well-known powerhouses such as Captain Sand Shinobi Anbu and Elder Chio. One person, against almost half of Sanagakure. However, Captain Sand Shinobi Anbu, deputy captain, died in action. The squad leader was almost wiped out, and Anbu lost more than 4/5. Sanagakure's sharpest sword, Anbu, was almost wiped out. Nearly 3,000 people were killed in the army of ninjas. The rest are waiting, everyone is injured. The elder Chio, known as the strongest puppet master, was seriously injured and dying. The entire Sanagakure was hit to ruins, and the intruder, swaggering, left Sanagakure. Luo Sha, like a wounded beast, smashed the battle table in front of him with one palm, and roared angrily. Sanagakure participated in the Second Ninja World War and fought for several years. The loss is not as heavy as this, sister. Ebizo was in pain and tears. Who is it? How could Konoha have such a strong one? Luo Sha roared angrily, tearing the battle-damaged watch in his hand into pieces. Master Fengying, I want to go back to Sanagakure, I want to take the medical ninja back. Ebizo said a word, and then ignored Luo Sha's reaction and walked out of the big account. Chio is seriously injured and dying, and he must rush back to Sanagakure immediately. Bring Sand Shinobi's best medical ninja to rescue his sister. Asshole. Luo Sha's eyes were red, and she crushed her teeth. Sanagakure's loss this time is too great. Up to now, he is still a little unbelievable. Sanagakure can suffer such a heavy loss because of one person. Master Fengying, let's go back to Sanagakure. A Sand Shinobi Jonin has bloodshot eyes. Sanagakure was destroyed by the invaders, with more than 3,000 casualties. At this time, he had no intention of fighting Konoha anymore. Lao Lao has been given by someone, so what else? Now he just wants to return to Sanagakure quickly. Asshole. Luo Sha looked around for a week and found that everyone had no thought of fighting. Everyone eagerly wants to return to Sanagakure. With both fists clenched, Luo Sha's eyes were too unwilling. This war started by him ended up like this? Sanagakure, is it a fiasco? Even if it fails miserably, it is too miserable. Sanagakure, one of the 5 hidden villages, was defeated by one person? Although there are too many unwillingnesses, Luo Sha understands. Failure is already inevitable. Withdraw Sanagakure in an orderly manner to prevent Konoha's sneak attack. Pass this news to Cloud Shinobi and Rock Shinobi. I don't believe that Tsuchikage, Reikage, the 2 old guys, can tolerate Konoha's appearance of such a strong person. Konoha. Konoha. Luo Sha's eyes were red, and she kept growling low. Yes. Konoha frontline daying. Jiraiya sat blankly on the main seat. Tsunade sat on the lower head, and his expression was a little sluggish. Ho, ho ho. Suddenly, Jiraiya laughed nervously. Hey Jiraiya, can you not laugh so irritatingly? Tsunade came back to his senses and shivered as he looked at the nervous smile on Jiraiya's face. You killed Sanagakure alone? I must be dreaming. Jiraiya patted her face vigorously. Tsunade looked at Jiraiya and didn't know what to say. In fact, she also felt dreaming. After getting the news that Uyu had entered Sanagakure. The best plan Tsunade had ever made was for Minato to rescue Uyu. As long as he returns to Konoha camp, Tsunade will rescue Uyu no matter how bad he is. Tsunade, prepared for the worst. As a result, Minato sent information. Uyu killed Sanagakure alone. When he arrived at Sanagakure, the battle was over. Uyu, unscathed. Sanagakure, cut to ruins by Uyu. This makes Tsunade messy. Woo, Master Jiraiya, I have the exact information about Sanagakure. At this time, a Konoha Jonin, with a look of shock on his face, broke into the big tent. Oh? Is there any definite information? Is the information sent back by Minato wrong? Jiraiya recovered and asked quickly. He felt that this information must have been written by Uyu forcing Minato. Bragging. If Uyu can really kill Sanagakure, his Jiraiya will eat the table in front of him. Yes, there is a slight discrepancy. This Konoha Jonin said with an incredible color in his eyes and trembling lips. Haha, I said it's impossible, but as long as that brat Uyu comes back safely. Jiraiya laughed. Uyu, this stinky kid, still can't get rid of his habit of drinking and bragging. Master Minato's information is not complete. Sanagakure announced part of their battle damage to Rock Shinobi and Cloud Shinobi, which was learned by our intelligence personnel. Combined with our intelligence, we finally reached a conclusion. In this battle, Uyu-sama attacked Sanagakure, and San Shinobi killed more than 3,000 people. Anbu is almost completely wiped out. Captain San Shinobi Anbu, Deputy Captain, and Sub-Captain were all killed in action, and the elder Chiyo was seriously injured and dying. Sanagakure has become a ruin. San Shinobi's frontline troops have all withdrawn to the Land of Wind. The Konoha's Jonin looked at Jiraiya and said with trembling lips. The name for Uyu has also become Lord Uyu. Although Uyu is Genin, he is Jonin. But such a sturdy record, even third Hokage, has never done it. This, almost one person, defeated half of Sanagakure. Calling Uyu's name directly, he couldn't say it. Hey. Jiraiya's smile froze on her face. Feelings, Minato's report, not only isn't Uyu bragging, but it's also missing? Even Captain Anbu of San Shinobi died in Uyu's hands? Sanagakure, because of Uyu, retired directly? Tsunade on the side was also stunned. Chiyo, that was her old opponent. The two have been fighting since the Second Ninja World War. Tsunade knows how difficult Chiyo is. As a result, you don't know the life or death of the person killed by Uyu? Uyu, really alone, killed Sanagakure. Report, Master Minato is back to camp. A Konoha Jonin ran into the tent excitedly. White-haired bastard. Where are the people? At this time, Uyu's yelling sounded through the entire Konoha camp. Jiraiya's shocked expression also turned into a black line on his face. This stinky kid. Konoha, fight against Sanagakure's frontline camp. At this time, there was a little dazed amidst the excitement here. The war with Sanagakure may be over. All of this is due to being a person. Konoha Genin, Chimu Uyu. Alone, go deep into the Land of Wind and enter Sanagakure. With a terrible sword technique, Sanagakure was cut into ruins. San Shinobi Anbu was almost completely destroyed, and the captain and deputy captain were killed in action. The strongest puppet master, Chiyo, who made Konoha gritted his teeth, was seriously injured and dying. Killed more than 3,000 San Shinobi in total. This made everyone on the front line of Konoha a little dazed. Konoha and San Shinobi have been fighting for several months. They have been fighting with Sand Shinobi for several months. But what makes them ashamed is that the Sand Shinobi they killed hasn't been hacked much by one person. One person, one battle, almost killed 1/5 of Sanagakure's ninjas. Even Sand Shinobi's old nest, Sanagakure, was beaten to ruins. Sand Shinobi on the front line has retired. It can be said that Konoha won a great victory in this war with Sand Shinobi. Although a little dazed, but for such a big victory, the celebration party is still going to be held. At this moment, Konoha frontline Daing started the celebration party. Haha. Sanagakure is just a chicken dog. If it weren't for Minato's strong request for me to come back, I would still kill them directly to their camp and chop that shit out. The corner of Jiraiya's mouth twitched and looked at Uyu, who was in the water at the celebration party. By the way, Konoha's people still buy Uyu's account. If he flattered, he smashed Uyu unwillingly. Uyu, who drank happily, completely let go of himself. Jiraiya felt that if you let Uyu go on, Konoha would have unified the ninja world under his leadership. By the way, Konoha's people are very supportive, and they very much agree with this stinky boy. Jiraiya feels that the position of his head coach can already be given to Uyu. What makes Jiraiya feel even more heartbroken is that Tsunade, the guy who took care of Uyu, took care of you in every possible way. Tsunade-ji, one of your dignified, Sanin. Why keep serving this stinky boy with food and wine? Jiraiya's envious eyes are red. This is the supreme treatment he can't even think of. Minato, Uyu really attacked Sanagakure in a planned way like he said? Listening to Uyu, he specifically attacked Sanagakure's supply line first, paralyzed Sanagakure, mobilized the defensive force of Sanagakure's village, and then defeated Sanagakure in one fell swoop. Naruto heard this, her eyes glistened. Is such an ingenious strategy really thought of by the young man in front of him who has just graduated? Sure enough, they are the same kind. Minato opened his mouth and his expression was wonderful. Looking at Uyu in a dumbfounded manner. You told yourself before, that's not what you said. But now Uyu is talking about nose and eyes, as if he really planned to play Sand Shinobi between applause. Minato's expression appeared in a trance. Could it be that Uyu said that to himself on purpose? Speaking of this match against Sanagakure, Tsunade, what are you doing with me? Uyu was about to talk about his great achievements, and looked at Tsunade beside him with a little dissatisfaction. Tsunade was irritably white. Uyu glanced at it. Before the celebration party, Tsunade dragged Uyu to her tent and tortured them. Uyu may be a little angry when she saw her. You are obviously lost, and you don't want Jiraiya and the old man to grab your handle and attack Sanagakure with a hot head. But if Uyu hadn't told her about the process in advance, she would really believe it. Tsunade admires Uyu's mouth very much now, no wonder he can make the old man speechless. Anyone who is dead can be said to be alive. But Tsunade, who knew what had happened, couldn't listen anymore. It's too good to blow. Master Uyu, tell us more about how you sneaked into Sanagakure. I have benefited a lot from hearing Lord Uyu's plan. Our staff will definitely consider Lord Uyu's action as an important subject for in-depth research. Our staff also intends to jointly propose to Naruto Master that this action of the Lord will be used as a classic example of the Konoha Shinobi School teaching. Several staff officers over there, with a curiosity on their faces at this time, even took out a few small notebooks and recorded them earnestly. Oh? Uyu was overjoyed at once. This is to leave a name in history. He started his speech immediately, eloquently. In my previous life, I can say that I am half a fan of the military. Many classic battles have been watched many times without knowing it. Uyu, who was so happy, immediately started his speech. It turned out to be like this. Gosh, Lord Uyu is such a genius. The staff members exclaimed again and again that they still have such a great combat strategy. On the side, Naruto's eyes shined even more. But listening, Naruto felt something wrong. Because of Uyu, I started talking about landing operations. Codename, Normandy. This. What is Normandy? And, are you sure you are fighting in the desert and need to land in combat? Where does the water come from? But what a great idea. Naruto suddenly had an inspiration. He seems to have realized it. Konoha is more than Sanagakure at this time. Both Iwagakure and Cloud Shinobi village are eyeing each other. And there is Kirigakure. This country surrounded by the sea is also ready to move. Could it be that what Uyu is talking about now is a strategy for Kirigakure? Really, a great strategy. Look far ahead. Naruto was so excited that he even took out a small notebook and began to record. Minato looked at Naruto's excited expression. His face was stunned. Could it be that he really fell behind? Why, he feels that Uyu is just bragging? On the contrary, Lu Ju, known as Konoha's highest IQ, has a face of approval. No, if you don't agree, doesn't it reveal your lack of IQ? Minato immediately put on a look of excitement, as if what Yu said, it was true. I'm so. Jiraiya looked at the Konoha people who were flicked by Yu, and had the urge to hit him to death. This stinky kid, understand the theory of the Battle of the Hammer? All the theoretical exams of Chunin exam were cheated. Fortunately, these staff members that he relied heavily on at this time were not good at admiring Yu. Is it true that I don't have enough IQ? I can't understand Yu's strategy? Jiraiya now began to doubt life. Inta. Just when Yu conquered the Konoha staff. Konoha, Hokage building. Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at the information sent by Jiraiya, with a face of doubt about life. Yu. A person cut Sanagakure over. Captain San Shinobi Anbu. The deputy captain was beheaded, and the elder Chiyo was seriously injured and dying. Sanagakure, can't fight anymore, retreat. One shocking news after another shocked Sarutobi Hiruzen's heart. Originally, when Sarutobi Hiruzen learned that Yu went to Sanagakure alone, and Sanagakure began to besiege Yu, his heart almost jumped out. Yu, this stinky boy, although he has been drunk for a long time and is confused, he never suffers. Why this time, so reckless, ran alone to attack Sanagakure? This is a feat that even the original Hitaki Sakumo did not accomplish. At the beginning, most of Sanagakure's power was transferred to the battlefield, and even the children stepped onto the battlefield. Inside Sanagakure, the extreme emptiness, coupled with the cooperation of many people, made Hitaki a feat of attacking Sanagakure. When I arrived at Yu, I didn't even say hello, and went into Sanagakure alone. Sarutobi Hiruzen even sat down for the worst. He only hopes Yu can delay some time. Let the master use Flying Thunder God techniques Minato to take Yu away from Sanagakure safely. In those days, Sarutobi Hiruzen felt very heavy. But today, Jiraiya told herself that the battle was over and Yu killed Sanagakure alone. When Minato arrived, Sanagakure had been cut in half by Yu. Sarutobi Hiruzen still doesn't understand. How can a village be chopped in half? Sarutobi Hiruzen feels that his imagination is lacking. Even the tail beast can't do such a thing, right? But how is this possible? Sarutobi Hiruzen is in a trance, Sanagakure, but one of the 5 hidden villages. Although the strength is far inferior to Konoha, the front line also concentrated most of the San Shinobi elite. However, the strength of the base camp is still not weak. In the end, you were killed by Yu alone? Pop, Sarutobi Hiruzen gave himself a bit hard, his eyes widened, and he looked at the intelligence hard. But as a result, there is still no change. Why is this brat so strong? Sarutobi Hiruzen opened his mouth, shocked in his eyes. But at the thought of Yu's runaway after drinking and getting angry during the Chunin exam, suddenly he felt a little clear. Don't it? Those guys at Sanagakure, because of something, you angered Yu, right? Yu, did you run away again? The more I think about it, Sarutobi Hiruzen feels that this is the more correct answer. In the future, I can't make Yu angry. Sarutobi Hiruzen secretly said in his heart. This makes Yu angry, it's more terrifying than the tail beast. The tail beast can also be solved with sealing technique. Yu. Well, it seems that Konoha's financial expenditures need to be spent on purchasing good wine. Woo. Master Naruto, the elders are already in the conference room. At this moment, an Anbu suddenly appeared, knelt down on one knee, and said respectfully. I got it. Sarutobi Hiruzen nodded. The frontline information is naturally clear to the Presbyterian Church. The thought of the meeting of elders waiting for the meeting made Sarutobi Hiruzen feel good. These days, he has withstood a lot of pressure. The bastard Danzo, in conjunction with several elders, has been putting pressure on him. Asking why Konoha's frontline was going to fight, causing Iwagakure, Cloud Shinobi Village, and even Kirigakure to move around. Sarutobi Hiruzen can't say that Yu was lost. Didn't Danzo grab the handle? So I can only stand up to the pressure. Now, exulting, Yu raised his face greatly. The thought of waiting for Danzo's ugly face makes Sarutobi Hiruzen feel very happy. While thinking, Sarutobi Hiruzen walked to the meeting room. Meeting of the elders of the Konoha Hokage building. At this time, all the elder Konoha in the meeting room gathered here. Danzo's face is as black as a charcoal. The faces of the other elders are also different. There is joy, shock, and ugliness. Crack. Yeah, everyone is here. At this time, the door of the conference room was pushed open. Danzo turned his head to look, and saw that the bastard Sarutobi was full of spring and smiled at himself. Asshole. Danzo cursed secretly, Sarutobi, this guy, is definitely on purpose. Have you all received the news? Sarutobi Hiruzen smiled and sat on the main seat, looking around. Sarutobi, news, is it true? Udatane Kaharu still had an incredible color in his eyes, looking at Sarutobi Hiruzen and asked. Of course it's true. Sanagakure has already withdrawn from the battlefield and all huddled in Sanagakure. Seiki Uyu was alone and completely buried Sanagakure's Anbu. Even Chiyo was seriously injured and dying. Sarutobi Hiruzen was in a good mood and said loudly to Danzo. Danzo's eardrum trembled because of the loud voice. Sarutobi, the voice is quieter, we can hear it. Danzo's face was dark. Sarutobi, this bastard, is deceiving too much. This is the meeting of elders. What do you mean by telling yourself? Ah, does Danzo assistant have anything to say about this matter? Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at Danzo's ugly face and was in a good mood. These days, he was very annoyed by this bastard. Asked immediately. Danzo has a dark face, he has a fart to say. Originally, he also got information. The reason why Konoha Frontline fought against Sanagakure this time was because Uyu Saigi's unauthorized actions broke into the Kingdom of Wind. For this reason, even the combination of Namikaze Minato and Inoshika Cho was brought to the battlefield by Sarutobi Hiruzen. Danzo, who got the report, was so excited that he didn't sleep all night. Finally got the handle of Sarutobi Hiruzen, but Danzo did not attack on the spot. Danzo thinks that after such a long political career, his political level has greatly improved. Don't lose your breath. You have to wait for Chimu Uyu to cause more trouble. Then one-hit kills. Move the bastard Sarutobi out of Naruto. Danzo has even seen himself sitting on the throne of Naruto. For this reason, Danzo even secretly praised Uyu. Nice job. He gave such a big handle to his own hands. As a result, today, the situation changed suddenly. Chimu Uyu changed his body from a guilty kid to a hero who entered Sanagakure alone and repelled Sanagakure. Danzo has an urge to vomit blood. Chimu Uyu, bastard. Assistant Danzo, how do you feel that you are not very happy with the huge victory on the front line? Under the leadership of Jiraiya, we Konoha won a great victory in Uyu Kamu's fight for life and death. Why are you so dark? Did you and Sanagakure? Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at Danzo's face as black as tan, without any sympathy, and asked. When Udatane Kaharu and other elders heard Sarutobi Hiruzen's words, there was a black line on their face. Sarutobi took a bite of a Jiraiya, and a bite of Chimu Uyu, and wanted to tell everyone that it was a member of the Hokage line and won the war. Not only that, but also gave Danzo a big hat. Why is Sarutobi speaking so sharp now? My mouth has never been able to say that before. Who did you learn from? I am very happy. Who said I was unhappy? Today is my happiest day. When Danzo heard Sarutobi Hiruzen's words, he was already cursing in his heart. But still bite the bullet, a smile uglier than crying came out from the corner of his mouth. Hiruzen looked at Danzo's expression in a good mood. I've been drinking with that stinky boy Uyu, and my lips have become more agile. Sarutobi Hiruzen now feels that if Uyu takes the political path, he is definitely better than himself. Mouth, it's too much to say, it's so maddening it's not worth your life. Sarutobi, regarding this matter, the Presbyterian Church also Chimu Uyu's military exploits, I am very pleased. Udatane Kaharu and Mitokado Homura hurriedly came out to make a round. Look at Danzo's ugly face, don't be really angry at that time. The two of them are also counting on Danzo to cause some trouble for Sarutobi Hiruzen. Can't let Danzo be beaten by Sarutobi Hiruzen and can't find North. Konoha's crowd of 4 is precisely because of the hard tops of Danzo and Sarutobi Hiruzen. The two of them can get what they want from it. Therefore, the strategy of Udatane Kaharu and Mitokado Homura is to neither allow Danzo to gain too much power, nor be completely suppressed by Sarutobi Hiruzen. However, Sarutobi, although Uyu Saiga won a huge victory, but because of his terrible record, Iwagakure and Cloud Shinobi Village started frequent activities. We suspect that they might join forces to attack us. Udatane Kaharu said solemnly. Iwagakure and Cloud Shinobi Village have long been known about Konoha's unruly heart. This is just their excuse. Sarutobi Hiruzen cursed secretly, these guys even dumped the pot on Uyu. In this way, to combat the results of his own department. Uyu, after all, is still young, I'll talk about the reward for him later. The most important thing now is how to deal with the actions of Iwagakure and Cloud Shinobi Village. There is also Sanagakure. Although they have suffered heavy losses this time, their frontline troops are still intact. Don't forget, they also have tail beasts. Udatane Kaharu continued. When talking about the tail beast, everyone looked serious. The tail beast is a real war machine. This time there was intelligence that Sanagakure brought the tail beast to the frontline battlefield. It's just that to release the tail beast, it must wait for a large-scale battle. Before he could be released, the old nest was offered by Chimu Uyu. However, the existence of tailed beasts is still the one tail that will become more terrifying in the desert. Then Konoha can't attack Sand Shinobi's homeland rashly. Otherwise, it is likely to suffer heavy losses, giving Iwagakure and Cloud Shinobi Village a chance. About this, we really have to discuss it carefully. Danzo immediately agreed. As long as he didn't let him hear the name, Chimu Uyu, again, he would be happy to discuss anything. That bastard, I lost my face before. He dared to insult himself unscrupulously, and even cut himself. Now, Sarutobi has gained more political capital, damn it. Since everyone says so, then we will start the pre-war discussion. Sarutobi Hiruzen is not in a hurry, it should belong to Uyu's combat exploits, it is absolutely impossible to escape. When the time comes, he will have to make a good stroke. However, Sarutobi Hiruzen's face is also a bit solemn. After all, Konoha is likely to face a combined attack of 3, or even 4, Dain villages next. Just when Konoha held a meeting of elders. Konoha frontline Dain. Uyu took a hot bath after a long absence, with a face of enjoyment. In the ruined place in the Kingdom of Wind, Uyu really stayed enough. It's not the wind, it's the sand. But the people in the general staff are really enthusiastic. Uyu sighed while wiping her hair. You are really good enough to blow, and you have given Luju a letter to Hu. Tsunade, sitting in Uyu's big tent, said angrily. What is blowing? I'm really learning. Uyu suddenly became unhappy. This lady always likes to tear down her own station. Tsunade didn't speak, and just looked at Uyu with certainty. Ah, don't look at me like that, it's so oozing. Uyu said with a guilty smile. He heard what the bastard Jiraiya said. Tsunade didn't even care about Panasemia for him, stepped onto the battlefield again and started fighting. Oh? Uyu-sama is still shy? Tsunade smiled brighter than flowers, and Uyu trembled as she watched. I'm telling you, all of you have lost to me, you have to respect me a little. Ah. Just as Uyu was about to fight back, Tsunade suddenly rushed up and bit his shoulder. Hi. You really bite. It hurts, it's bleeding. Tsunade, are you crazy? Uyu screamed again and again, this woman is really biting. I'm telling you, if you dare to fool around. Tsunade licked the blood at the corner of his mouth and showed a big smile. Finally caught this brat's handle. Tsunade hadn't taken advantage of it when he thought of meeting Uyu. Instead, Uyu took advantage of it. Now, if I took a bite, it was regarded as interest. Hey, you mother-in-law, really murderous. Uyu clutched his wound and yelled at Tsunade. Huh? No, don't you have Panasemia? Uyu reacted suddenly and said. Tsunade was also taken aback, and touched the corner of his mouth, staring at Uyu's blood in a daze. Why is she not afraid anymore? Why am I not afraid? Tsunade stared at the blood on Uyu in his hand, startled. Although she had re-entered the battlefield for Uyu before, and her fear of blood has also improved significantly in her dealings with Uyu. But there is still some fear, but it was already within Tsunade's tolerance. On the battlefield, you can force it down. It must have a slight influence on the combat power, but it will not tremble with fear at the sight of blood before meeting Uyu. But now, looking at Uyu's blood, Tsunade didn't have the slightest fear. I even want to have another bite. Bah. Tsunade thought for a while, then suddenly took out kunai and cut his little finger. Still, a little scared. Tsunade looked at his blood and felt that the symptoms were lighter than before, but he was still a little scared. But the symptoms are already extremely mild. Your blood is a little weird. Tsunade licked his red lips and looked at Uyu with bright eyes. She felt that Uyu's blood had a special attraction. The taste, unlike ordinary blood, has a pungent bloody smell. Instead, it has a strong aroma of wine. And after the experiment just now, Tsunade has an intuition that her phobia of blood symptoms has alleviated, which may be related to Uyu's blood. If she takes 2 more breaths, will her phobia be completely healed? Although Tsunade didn't say anything, but in my heart, I was very concerned about the fear of Emiya. As the #1 medical ninja in the ninja world, fear of blood, her medical ninjutsu was almost sealed. And Tsunade is a favorite medical ninjutsu from the heart. However, since he had Panasemia, he was unable to perform practical operations, and the progress of medical ninjutsu was extremely slow. Now, the hope of a cure for phobia may be in sight. Hey, what are your eyes? Uyu clutched his shoulders, looked at Tsunade's eyes, and shuddered. This lady. Why is she going to eat herself? Uyu, I have something to discuss with you. Tsunade didn't know what was wrong. Chong sniffed and watched Yu clutching her wound, a little excited. Huh? What are you going to do? You have all lost to me, and you have to make terms with me? Yu feels that this woman obviously hasn't figured out the status issue now, and looks at Tsunade seriously. People are all their own, and they dare to ask so much. Tsunade confessed to Yu and gave Yu a glance. This guy has regarded himself as his private property since the casino. Let me have another bite. Tsunade couldn't help it, and reached out his hand and grabbed it at Yu. The current Yu, after the Battle of Sanagakure, plus the exhaustion of rushing back. The state is obviously not restored. If you don't do something to Yu now, you may not have a chance in the future. Hey. Are you crazy? Yu watched Tsunade rushing towards him, suddenly panicked. He was caught off guard. He was directly attacked by Tsunade. This lady has even used her strange power. Hi. You still come. It's almost done. It's going to be sucked. Hey, madam, you are too much. After a while, Yu clutched his neck and stared at Tsunade angrily. Is this stinky lady a vampire? Can't hold back. Tsunade was a little embarrassed by Yu. Then Tsunade looked at his blood, and suddenly found that he was refreshed and he was not afraid of anymore. Panacemia. Okay. Tsunade is a little unbelievable. How is this possible? But with the facts in front of him, Tsunade had to believe it. Tsunade's eyes when looking at Yu suddenly became a little different. Moreover, after drinking Yu's blood, Tsunade felt that his feelings for Yu had changed a bit. You now, get out quickly. Yu glared at Tsunade angrily. If it hadn't been for the experience of a great war, he would have to let Tsunade know about his family status. However, Yu has already remembered Tsunade viciously in the little book in his heart. How dare to suck his own blood? Next time, it will definitely make you bleed too. Then you have a good rest. Tsunade looked at Yu's eyes, but he was also a little guilty. She also wants Yu to take her to the casino to fly. Moreover, she always felt that after drinking Yu's blood, she looked at Yu again, and she seemed to have a different feeling in her heart. Tsunade greeted him, and ran out of Yu's account as if he fled. Diaresis, what the hell is this lady? Yu let go, only to find that the wound there was already healed. System. What's the matter? Yu was very surprised. Although the wound was small, it would take a few days to heal according to common sense. How come you can do it so quickly? Ding. After the owner has drunk, through the refinement of the Bacchus's system, with the accumulation of time, the resilience has been greatly improved. The mechanical sound of the system rang. That's it. Yu nodded. No wonder he didn't get sick once after activating the system. It turns out that drinking alcohol can keep fit. Okay. What a far-fetched explanation. Then what's the matter with Tsunade? Panacemia is a mental illness, right? How can it be cured by drinking my blood? Yu wants to see this broken system, how hard it is. Now this broken system always feels like drinking too much, full of nonsense. Ding. Hasn't the master heard a saying, drinking is good for physical and mental health? The master's blood contains a large amount of the essence of the wine. After drinking it, it will naturally be 100 times more energetic. The medicine will cure the disease. What the hell logic? Yu's face is full of black lines. Did this drinker drink his blood as a panacea? Do you regard yourself as a Tang monk? Forget it, don't care about you. Yu murmured, always feeling that the skill points of this broken system were a bit crooked. But the gain this time is really huge. Yu sat on the bed with a look of joy in his eyes. This trip to Sanagakure is worth it. System, call up the property panel. Yu whispered in his head. Ding. Open the properties panel. Yu said solemnly in his mind. Ding. The properties panel is open. Master. Chimu Yu. Physique, quasi-cage level. Chakra. Elite Jonin class. Kendo comprehension, Jian Hao peak. Special. Shira sword intent. Armament hockey, Grandmaster. Observation hockey, penultimate. Conqueror's hockey, proficient. Swordsmanship. Dark demon god. Shinigami's sickle. Comprehensive strength. Cage level. Note. There is a special bonus when drunk. Yu's strength is very different from a few months ago. This time Sand Shinobi's trip, Yu's strength, can be said to have a terrible leap. Physical fitness, stepped into the quasi-cage level. Chakra is slightly weaker, but there is also an elite Jonin class. But Yu's sword moves require very little chakra, which can only be said to play a supporting role. One of the biggest gains is Yu's swordsmanship, which has reached the pinnacle of swordsmanship. Further improvement is the domain of the great swordsman. This is second, after all, For Yu Yu's understanding of swordsmanship to raise 500 liters, it is only a matter of time. Although Sanagakure was hit hard by himself, the third ninja war has just begun. Later, Rock Shinobi, Mist Shinobi, Cloud Shinobi will all join the war. Even Sand Shinobi, don't look at the loss, but in fact, Sand Shinobi can make up tens of thousands of ninja army. Moreover, there is the existence of one tail. So, Yu doesn't worry that no one will cut it. Swordsmanship will always be mentioned. It will be sooner or later to break through the domain of the great swordsman. Secondly, armament hockey has officially reached the level of Grandmaster. The intensity is equivalent to Naval Headquarters Vice Admiral level. Observation hockey, who reached the Grandmaster level early, is even higher, reaching the penultimate level. Equivalent to the strength of observation hockey at the Admiral level. It can be said that with the strength of Yu Yu's observation hockey, in the process of fighting people in this world, every time you expect to be the first, can occupy a huge advantage. The benefits of observation hockey are fully reflected in the battle against the strong. Like this match with Captain Sand Shinobi Anbu, in fact, Captain Sand Shinobi Anbu is not weak. But just because I caught a loophole in my observation hockey, I hit it hard. And if observation hockey can be upgraded again, it will reach the ultimate level. Ultimate's observation hockey is the strength of Ka2's observation hockey in the pirate. After training observation hockey to ultimate, I can predict the future for a short time. Put everything in your own hands. For this, Yu is very much looking forward to it. And what makes Yu most satisfied is this profound swordsmanship, Shinigami's sickle. This is another profound swordsmanship after the Dark Demon God. This time, it took 1,000 Sand Shinobi at one time to obtain this profound swordsmanship. Shinigami's sickle, after releasing the sword intent, you will be able to manipulate the breath of death. The stronger the breath of death, the more amazing the power of this swordsmanship. The most frightening thing is that after this swordsmanship is released, it can continuously acquire the breath of death to strengthen itself. As long as you continue to kill, this swordsmanship will last forever. Until the target is swallowed. This swordsmanship, in the war, is simply the most terrifying killer move. After all, everything is lacking in war, that is, there is no lack of death. In Sanagakure, Yu gathered the death aura of thousands of Sand Shinobi, and the slashes he wielded have surpassed the category of shadow. Reached the power of super shadow. This is the horror of profound swordsmanship, which can break through its limits far. And, in theory, there is no upper limit, and Yu's usual strength has officially reached cage level. It is no exaggeration to say that in today's ninja world, except for a few people, Yu's strength has reached the top. However, this is just Yu's strength under normal conditions. It is pressing Yu's strength to run wild after drinking. It will exceed everyone's imagination. But Yu understands that this kind of strength is far from the old yin stuff hiding in the dark. Fortunately, it is still early, and Yu still has enough time to strengthen his strength. Rock Shinobi, Cloud Shinobi, Mist Shinobi are the best nutrients. Well, the physique is slightly weaker. Yu watched all of his attributes, and found that there was one that made him a little dissatisfied. That's physique. Yu, who is a master of swordsmanship, doesn't have a high demand for chakra. But physique is very important. In fact, Yu also had some feelings in this battle. Wielding a knife makes you tired easily. When I just returned to the camp, I felt sore all over, which was a sign of overdraft. After drinking a few bottles of wine, he slowly recovered. But this also proves that some of his physique can't keep up with the level of kendo. This is also no way. After all, the physique of the ninja in the world of Naruto and the people in the pirate are too far apart. The physique points gained by slashing people in the Naruto world are not too many. For this, Yu thought about it carefully and got a plan. Practice. Of course it is impossible. Rock Shinobi and Cloud Shinobi guys seem to be stronger, right? Yu recalled it for a moment, and finally confirmed. The next goal is to slash the bastards of Rock Shinobi and Cloud Shinobi to strengthen their physique. I heard that the wines of Cloud Shinobi and Rock Shinobi are also quite good. Yu licked his lips. Sanagakure's liquor impressed Yu very deeply. The taste are very different from those of Konoha. So what does Rock Shinobi, Cloud Shinobi and Mist Shinobi taste like? Yu is looking forward to it. Ha, Yu yawned. These days, he is also a little tired. Going deep into the country of wind, facing the wind and sand every day, it can be said that I have never slept well. It even fought with thousands of ninjas from Sanagakure. Physical strength has reached a limit. Fortunately, I finally got a good night's sleep. Yu covered the quilt, his eyes a little heavy. After a while, he fell asleep deeply. At this time, because of Yu, a huge storm is sweeping the entire ninja world. Iwagakure,
Tsuchikage Building. Bang. Is this information sure to be true?
The top powerhouse in the ninja world, possessing ninjutsu above the limit of blood succession, and third Tsuchikage of blood succession elimination. Onogi patted the table and asked loudly. Yes, Master Tsuchikage. Jonin, the elite of rock shinobi, said with a heavy expression on his face. Konoha village, is there such a strong again? Onoki stared at the intelligence in his hand. This information was sent by Sanagakure to Rock Shinobi village. About Konoha, a genius ninja attacking Sanagakure. A strong man who is good at swordsmanship again. Oyemu gritted his teeth. For Rock Shinobi who participated in the Second Ninja War. Konoha's White Fangfong, Hitaki Sakumo is definitely an unforgettable character. On the battlefield of the Kingdom of Rain, Hitaki Sakumo's swordsmanship brought a huge loss to Iwagakure. Now, with great difficulty, Hitaki Sakumo is dead. As a result, a more terrifying ninja appeared. Got into Sanagakure alone. It also made Sand Shinobi suffered such a heavy loss. The key is to be unscathed. Such strength made Oyemu's heart extremely heavy. This person's strength may have surpassed Hitaki Shumo. There is another piece of information. Dong Si Ren's mouth opened, and some hesitating to say nothing. Huh? What's the matter? Onoki frowned as he looked at Dong Seren's expression. I think this information is open for discussion. Dong Shuren shook his head, his eyes filled with disbelief. According to our intelligence, the strong Konoha who attacked Sanagakure was named Yuyu. However, under Onoki's order, he still spoke slowly. Yuyu. Onoki muttered the name silently. What's wrong? Onoki looked at the unnatural expression of Dongsaren and asked. This Yuyu, our intelligence department hidden in Konoha also investigated it. However, it was a genin who only graduated from the ninja school last year and failed the Chunin exam this year. Dong Shuren felt absurd while talking. Genin, what is that? That's cannon fodder. What can a kid who just graduated from a ninja school do? As a result, the information from Konoha said that the Konoha powerhouse who attacked Sanagakure was suspected to be this Chimu Uyu. In the eyes of the dead, it is simply a fantasy. Just graduated from ninja school for a year? Onoki's pupil shrank. I don't think it's credible. Whether it's credible or not, check it out for me. Find out the identity of this Uyu. Just as Dongsaren was about to say something, he was roughly interrupted by Onoki. Is this your attitude towards intelligence? Oyemu scolded. Ming, I see, Master Tsuchikage. Onoki's prestige is extremely high in Rock Shinobi, even higher than Sarutobi Hiruzen's prestige in Konoha. After all, Rock Shinobi does not have Danzo and Udatain Kaharu. What Iwagakure is famous for is their unity. I hope there is an error in the intelligence. Onoki's eyes were solemn. If it were an older ninja, Onogi was not too worried. However, if a ninja has just graduated from a ninja school, he has this kind of strength. Then things are completely troublesome. At this age, he has such strength. Let it grow again. Is it the next Uchiha Madara? At the thought of this name, Onoki trembled. For Uchiha Madara, Onoki has a psychological shadow. When Onoki was young, he followed second Tsuchikage to Konoha village to seek alliances. Then it was met by Uchiha Madara midway, when it was learned that Rock Shinobi wanted to form an alliance with Konoha. Uchiha Madara just said, you are not qualified. Then Onogi and his teacher, second Tsuchikage, were beaten to death. For the strength of Uchiha Madara, Onoki felt a little trembling now when he thought of it. If there is such a genius, then it will never be allowed. Oyemu gritted his teeth. Similarly, in Cloud Shinobi Village, 3rd Raikage also received relevant information from Sanagakure. But compared to Onoki, the arrogant 3rd Raikage didn't take it seriously. According to 3rd Raikage, Cloud Shinobi Village is the strongest shinobi village in the shinobi world today. He is also the strongest in the shinobi world today. 3rd Raikage and Cloud Shinobi Village also indeed have proud capital. At the same time has 8 tails, and 2 tails, 2 powerful tail beasts. 8 tails is second only to Konoha's 9 tails. But unlike Konoha, Cloud Shinobi Village Master adopts the perfect Jinchuriki method. Jinchuriki can use the power of the tail beast to ultimate. Except for running away sometimes, under normal circumstances, Jinchuriki can stay sane. The perfect war weapon. Coupled with the strength of 3rd Raikage, it is indeed very strong, and the people of Cloud Shinobi Village have almost all muscles in their brains. 3rd Raikage, natural arrogance. Proud to be proud, but 3rd Raikage will never really grow Konoha Village. He has been peeping at Konoha's resources and blood inheritance boundaries for a long time. Now that the group of useless Sand Shinobi has been defeated, then, it's their Cloud Shinobi to defeat Konoha's bastards. Soon, Cloud Shinobi declared war on Konoha village. And Iwagakure, after synthesizing multiple sources of intelligence, finally confirmed. The strong Konoha who attacked Sanagakure was Chimu Uyu, a genius ninja who has just graduated from ninja school for 1 year. This horrified Onoki and immediately formed an alliance with Sanagakure. Sanagakure also thought of revenge and reorganized his forces. At the same time declare war on Konoha. Since then, the 3 of the 5 hidden villages, Iwagakure, Cloud Shinobi Village, and Sanagakure, have declared war on Konoha. The Third Ninja World War is about to enter Konoha's one-to-many situation. And Kirigakure is also about to move. Konoha is likely to fall into a more dangerous situation than the Second Ninja War. Pick the remaining 4 hidden villages. Although facing a crisis, Konoha village is a bit lively at this time. Information about Uyu is circulating continuously in Konoha village. The name of the greatest genius in Konoha's history is also placed on Uyu's head, Inta. Have you heard? We Konoha have another great genius. Are you talking about the son of Konoha's white fangya, Hitaki Kakashi? Your news has long been outdated. It is a genius ninja named Chimu Uyu. I heard that it was brought out by Princess Tsunade, one of Sanin.
It is said that he went deep behind the enemy and defeated San Shinobi. Sanagakure has already retreated from the front line. Quote.
What? There is such a genius. Regarding Uyu's deeds, it continues to circulate in Konoha village. Since Konoha established the village, the name of the greatest genius has also fallen on Uyu. The people who were panicked because Iwagakure and Cloud Shinobi village declared war on Konoha at the same time also gained morale. Konoha village, originally the largest ninja village in the ninja world. Now, Tsunade Heim, one of the Sanin, is back, and Sanin is there.
There is also the rise of a new super genius, Himu Uyu.
Only with this super genius, Konoha defeated Sanagakure. Cloud Shinobi village and Iwagakure are also not enough. The people of Konoha are even faintly excited, looking forward to the day when Konoha will defeat all 3 hidden villages. Konoha, a secret underground. Here is where the roots are. Sarutobi. Danzo was sitting on the main seat of the root, and his face was reflected even more gloomy by the candlelight. Damn it. In the village these days, the story of Uyu's genius has been passed on by word of mouth. It is from Sarutobi Hiruzen. The bastard of Sarutobi advertised Uyu as a genius ninja cultivated by their Naruto family, which once again expanded the influence of Naruto family in the village. And through Uyu's record, Sarutobi Hiruzen has taken a lot of chips from him and Udatain Kaharu these days. At least in the current situation, Sarutobi Hiruzen has the highest right to speak during the war. Chimu Uyu. Danzo's face was gloomy, and when he thought of this name, he wanted to smash him into pieces. Although Danzo has been active in Konoha's underground since Sarutobi Hiruzen succeeded as 3rd Hokage. But how about it, it is also one of Konoha's 4 people, and also serves as an assistant to Naruto. It can be said to be a high position. As for when I was young, let alone say that the Shimura clan, like the Sarutobi clan, were both large clans in the Sengoku period. After the establishment of Konoha village, Shimura and Sarutobi were the first 2 ninja families to join Konoha. This is why, 2nd Hokage, Senju Tobirama will accept Danzo and Sarutobi Hiruzen as disciples. Both of them are candidates for the next generation of patriarchs in their respective families. It can be said that although Danzo is uncomfortable, but that is his goal is the position of Naruto. In fact, Danzo has always been a favorite of heaven. Even if the competition for the position of Hokage fails, it is still one of the high-ranking Konoha 4. No one has ever dared to humiliate him like the bastard Uyu, the old rascal on the left and the old bastard on the right. More than verbal excitement, Uyu even slashed him. The stab wound on his face still left traces. Even faintly hurt. Logically speaking, this stab wound should not have such sequelae. But that stinky kid's knife seemed a bit strange, and even after so long, it still faintly hurts. After the war is over, Danzo's eyes were cold. Konoha is now in the quagmire of war. Although Danzo is unwilling to admit it, Uyu's strength is very important to Konoha now. But the war will end one day. At that time, it's time to settle with Uyu. As for whether Uyu will continue to make achievements in the war, for Danzo, that is not a problem at all. Konoha's white fangfang, Hitaki Sakumo had done enough to make him the next Hokage. Didn't it end with suicide? Thinking about it, Danzo's mouth curled up with a cold smile. But immediately, the knife mark was pulled, and Danzo's expression stiffened due to the pain. Chimu Uyu. An angry low roar echoed at the base of the roots. At this time, the Hokage building. Grandpa 3rd generation, as Uyu, Kun, coming back soon? Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at the little girls with a wry smile. This is the 8th time you have come today. Yu's deeds are naturally contributed by Sarutobi Hiruzen. Otherwise, it would be impossible for everyone in Konoha to learn about Yu overnight. Although Yu's age, it is likely that several hidden villages are jealous. However, Yu's information about the massacre of the quartet in Sanagakure will not be long before the hidden villages will learn about it. It's better to let Yu's deeds spread throughout Konoha village. Not only can Yu's reputation increase greatly, and you can enjoy the treatment of a hero. You can also get yourself more political capital. It can also boost Konoha's morale. After all, Konoha's atmosphere has been relatively depressing these days as he is about to face the attack of the 3 hidden villages. But the news of the rise of a super genius is enough to boost the morale of Konoha's army and civilians, eliminate adverse effects. This is a brilliant strategy of killing 3 birds with 1 stone. But before Sarutobi Hiruzen could be complacent, trouble found him. The 3 girls, Hong, Lin and Shizune, have been looking for him countless times since the news of the frontline victory came. Every time, I asked you when that brat would return to Konoha. As for Hong, why did Lin and Shizune dare to find him this Hokage again and again? That brat. Sarutobi Hiruzen comforted the 3 girls while cursing inwardly. It was all caused by the stinky boy Yu, who asked these 3 girls to come to him if he said anything. Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't think much about it at the time. What a big deal, his child is on the battlefield, and his girlfriend will take care of it that's not a problem at all. Originally there was nothing wrong with each other, but since the news of the frontline victory came, these 3 girls have been looking for themselves, and their heads are big. Unfortunately, Sarutobi Hiruzen couldn't help it. Yu will be back soon, don't worry, Sarutobi Hiruzen said with a smile. Really? You won't lie to us? Yu said. Lin looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen suspiciously. At the end, Lin suddenly stopped talking. Damn brat. When Sarutobi Hiruzen saw Lin's appearance, his angry nose was a little crooked. You don't need to think about it to know. What Yu said is definitely not a good thing. Destroy your image as Hokage. After coming back, I must give you a severe lesson. Konoha, Hokage building. After calming the 3 girls back, Sarutobi Hiruzen rubbed his eyebrows. What he holds in his hand is an order to recall Yu, Jiraiya, Tsunade, Namikaze Minato and some elites. Of course, it wasn't because the 3 girls urged Sarutobi Hiruzen to decide. This is the result of deliberations in the Council of Elders. After all, Sanagakure announced that he would continue to fight Konoha. But Sanagakure was destroyed, and the reconstruction of Sanagakure was enough for Sand Shinobi to work for several months. Can't we continue fighting with Konoha if the nest is not built? In a short time, Konoha needs to face 2 major rivals, Iwagakure and Cloud Shinobi Village. On the Iwagakure side, Konoha's elite Jonin, Mimura Hamaki is in charge. In Cloud Shinobi Village, Orochimaru is the frontline commander. However, compared with the strong military strength of Iwagakure and Cloud Shinobi Village, the combat power of both sides appears to be somewhat insufficient. So of course Yu, Tsunade, Jiraiya and Minato must be transferred back from the front of Sand Shinobi. Reorganize your forces to fight against the 2 hidden villages. I have Kirigakure at. Although I haven't made any big moves, I always feel something is wrong. Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at the information sent from Kirigakure these days, feeling a little uneasy. If Kirigakure joins the war again, only Hyuga and Uchiha will be brought to the battlefield. Sarutobi Hiruzen thought to himself. The Hyuga clan fights against Mist Shinobi. Needless to say, Mist Shinobi's favorite is to use water mist to carry out assassinations. Byakugan of the Hyuga clan can perfectly restrain Kirigakure's tactics. As for the Uchiha clan, the Uchiha clan treated this war very positively. In the battle between Sand Shinobi and Konoha, we will fight frequently. Sarutobi Hiruzen understands their minds very well and wants to gain more military exploits in the war and strive for the status of the Uchiha clan in Konoha village. But Sarutobi Hiruzen, who studied under second Hokage Senju Tobirama, does not trust the Uchiha clan. It stands to reason that the fire style of the Uchiha clan is very restrained from the wind style of Sand Shinobi and should be sent to the Sand Shinobi battlefield. But Sarutobi Hiruzen did not agree to this resolution. Instead, he made up his mind to send the Uchiha clan to the Mist Shinobi battlefield once the war continues. In this way, the power of the Uchiha clan can be used without allowing the Uchiha clan to build too much merit. As for Mist Shinobi, what if he doesn't participate in the war? Isn't that better? Konoha's power is enough to deal with the other 3 hidden villages. There is no need for the power of the Uchiha clan. By the time the war is about to be fought, it is enough to give the Uchiha clan a bit of sweetness. If the Uchiha clan wants to build merits, then go to the Mist Shinobi battlefield of fire style to perfect restraint and build merits. Sarutobi Hiruzen couldn't help but give himself a like. What a perfect strategy. Sarutobi Hiruzen was overjoyed, his face suddenly stiffened. When did I have so many dramas? As third Hokage, Sarutobi Hiruzen considers himself a serious person. You brat. After thinking for a moment, Sarutobi Hiruzen finally found the culprit. It's you. I was pissed off by that brat, and my personality changed. After that brat comes back, I must show him a good look. Soon, a few days passed. After receiving news from Konoha, Jiraiya led a group of Konoha elites and returned to Konoha first. Yes, you, can I stop memorizing this thing? Kakashi's face was aggrieved, with a big sign behind him. On it are written Yu's name and the merits gained in this war. The corner of Jiraiya's mouth twitched. Yu, this stinky kid, is really showing off. But immediately, my heart was a little sour. Compared with the achievements Yu wrote, his frontline commander is just like a waste. Look what's written on it. Kill Sand Shinobi Anbu and kill Captain Sand Shinobi Anbu. Kill 3000 Sand Shinobi. Destroyed Sand Shinobi's lair, Sanagakure. Thinking about myself again, Jiraiya shrugged his head. Huh. What are you talking about? I'm going back to Konoha village soon. Of course, I have to welcome the enthusiasm of the people. Yu looked at Kakashi dissatisfied. This guy is not on the road at all. Of course, you must make a big name for anyone who fights to death on the front line. What did you score into Sanagakure for? Of course it is to return to Konoha in the beautiful scenery. Moreover, with this brand, it is appropriate to blackmail the third-generation old man. This time, the third-generation old man must be bleeding once. Last time Yu heard from Asuma that the third-generation old man secretly bought some good wine. Very good, these wines belong to me. I'm hungry, Kakashi, go get me some game. As we walked, we reached the meal point. Yu pointed to the woods next to her and said. Yu, don't bully Kakashi too much. Minato looked at Kakashi's aggrieved expression, feeling a little unbearable. Well, it makes sense. When Minato heard Yu agree with him, he felt very relieved. See, it's better to have a good relationship with Yu. Minato, you know how to fly Thunder God technique. You can definitely get rarer game. I'll leave it to you for today's lunch. Yu was suddenly greatly upset. How did he forget Minato? Minato's expression froze suddenly. In the end, under Yu's coercion and temptation, Minato smiled bitterly and used the Flying Thunder God technique to find Yu some rare game. Jiraiya, who was watching, was very sad. This teacher, he was also driven by Yu in this way. As for blocking, just forget it. Don't be sure that you will also be caught by Yu, a stinky boy, and go and eat game for him. It's just that this kid's mouthful of principles. Why treat Konoha's heroes and suppress Konoha's future? Put a bunch of big hats on your head, can speak better than the old man. Jiraiya hid from the side, not speaking. Jiraiya, use your toad oil to make a fire. Jiraiya's face froze. I didn't speak, can you still find yourself? Just about to resist, Yu smashed his face with a bunch of words. What as the commander-in-chief of the front line, I didn't make any fart. Sand Shinobi who killed him is not as many as his own. Said Jiraiya's face was flushed. In order not to be attacked by Yu's words, Jiraiya was aggrieved and started to light a fire with fire style. You can really toss them. Tsunade looked funny at Minato and Jiraiya who were tossed by Yu. Why do you turn your elbow out? Yu looked at Tsunade with a look of dissatisfaction. Who do you belong to, don't you know? Come on, fill me with wine. The black line on Tsunade's face. You are really addicted to bullying. A wooded clearing in the land of fire. Naruto and the others were staring at the scene in front of them dumbfounded. Jiraiya, one of the Sannin, is making fire with his skillful fire style. Known as the super genius of Konoha's new generation and the son of the late Konoha's White Fang, Hitaki Kakashi is sorting out the ingredients. The superpowers of the new generation, Jiraiya's disciples, Konoha elite Jonin, Namikaze Minato, used Flying Thunder God technique to beat a few rare game. First Hokage, the granddaughter of Ninja God, Senju Hashirama, and Tsunadeheim, one of the Sannin, who was also named a princess by Fire Country, is pouring wine. All this is for one person. Jiraiya, fire style is a little smaller, don't roast my meat. Yu scolded. Jiraiya's fire style is all disordered. This stinky kid is addicted to his own use. Just let yourself light a fire, after all, your kid is also Konoha's great hero, but you still dislike yourself a bit too much? Although he kept cursing in his heart, the fire style on his lips couldn't stop. Continuously adjust the power of fire style according to Yuyu's requirements. Yuyu, this stinky kid, is so vengeful. I once scolded him a few words, but this stinky kid remembered it in his heart, and he often bullied himself. By the way, this brat can always find a reason, so he can't refute it. So Jiraiya just gave it up. Guru, fill me up again. Yuyu breathed out a breath of wine comfortably and pushed the glass forward. Tsunade filled Yuyu very skillfully. Tsunade looked at Yuyu with an expression of enjoyment, and the corners of his mouth twitched. But no way, Yuyu offered Tsunade a bargaining chip to gambling with her all day long. All day long. During the time Yuyu was gone, Tsunade also gambled a few times and lost terribly. Now, I owe a lot of debts. As long as you seize the opportunity, Tsunade feels that he can win back all he lost on this day. It's just a trivial matter, and since Tsunade has cured his phobia with Yuyu's blood, he feels a little bit wrong with Yuyu. Although I couldn't tell what it was like, Tsunade didn't have any resistance to pouring Yuyu. Minato, you are much more useful than your master. Yuyu ate the rare things Minato had brought him back, and didn't hesitate to compliment him. Minato gave a wry smile. He didn't dare to accept this compliment. Didn't Jiraiya look at his teacher? Did Jiraiya's face turn green? If he accepts, Jiraiya teaches him how to be a man every minute. Shui, Minato, Yuyu, is that also the case? Naraluji asked quietly. This treatment is better than Hokage, right? It's a supreme treatment. Naralukisa, who has never been with Yuyu before, is a little puzzled. This is something that can be done not only by being powerful. That, Yuyu, is more eloquent. Minato looked at the curiosity in Naraluji's eyes. His friend has been attracted by Yuyu's talent. Can't bear to expose the truth, said without conscience. In fact, Yuyu is so eloquent. That's mouth poison. Even Master Third Hokage, who can say the most, can't say Yuyu. He is often half dead by anger, but he can't refute it. Let alone his teacher Jiraiya. I was bullied by Yuyu. However, Yuyu especially joined the vertical and horizontal lines, squeezing everyone to death. Take the simplest analogy. Mr. Jiraiya less than Third Hokage Master less than Tsunade Master. This set of classic formulas is extremely proficient by Yuyu. There are countless similar formulas in Yuyu. Regarding what Mr. Jiraiya said, Yuyu should become Hokage, Minato finally understood after spending time with Yuyu. Master Third Hokage can't play Yuyu, let alone others. Fortunately, Yuyu did not become a target of Hokage. Minato looked at Yuyu with a look of enjoyment, and secretly breathed a sigh of relief. If you compete with Yuyu, Minato thinks that the means are far inferior to Yuyu. Minato's dream since childhood was to become Hokage, and has been working hard for it. Although Minato feels that if Yuyu becomes Hokage, as long as he doesn't drink, he will definitely be excellent. But there will still be some regrets. Fortunately, Yuyu did not dream of becoming Hokage. Minato glanced at Yuyu quietly, feeling a little ashamed of the thought he had raised. Minato, why are you looking at me like this? Yuyu shuddered sharply. For Yuyu whose observation haki reached the penultimate level, the strange look in your eyes could be noticed at once. Minato's eyes. How do you feel like doing something sorry for yourself? Minato, did you do something? Yuyu's eyes narrowed slightly. Ah, no, Minato waved his hand again and again. Yuyu's feeling is too sensitive, right? Minato smiled bitterly. Diaresis there must be. But forget it, I don't care about you, but you have to do something for me. Yuyu rolled his eyes and said. Okay. Minato smiled bitterly and nodded. Who made him think something rude in his mind just now? Think of it as compensation to Yuyu. Minato can only comfort himself that way. What else? The embarrassment in the process of finding Yuyu by yourself has already been known to Yuyu. If Yuyu told his former friends, he could be laughed to death. Obviously Yuyu went to attack Sanagakure, and he took Nara Shikahisa and the others, looking for them seriously along the supply line. Although it's not a big deal, Minato doesn't want to be the talk of the villagers' 8 trigrams. Very well. Put this on your back. Yuyu nodded in satisfaction, and under Minato's stiff expression, took out a piece of Naruto-sama, Jiraiya-sama, they will be here soon. At the entrance of Konoha's village, Sarutobi Hiruzen led the elders and many Konoha people, waiting here for Yuyu in their return. Very good. Sarutobi Hiruzen nodded, with a smile on his face. Listen to the lively discussion of Yuyu among the people. Looking at Danzo's ugly face next to him, Sarutobi Hiruzen's smile is getting bigger and bigger. This is the best genius of their Hokage series. And this is also his gift to Uyu. Absolute supreme treatment. Sarutobi Hiruzen knows that Uyu is very popular, and when he knows that he has promoted his deeds for him, he has become famous in the village. Don't you want to call yourself Grandpa Naruto? Sarutobi Hiruzen is looking forward to it more and more. Oh. Are you here? Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at the figure gradually emerging from a distance, and his smile became brighter and brighter. Suddenly, Sarutobi Hiruzen's face suddenly stiffened. You brat. Konoha village, the entrance of the village. You brat. Sarutobi Hiruzen's face that was full of smiles suddenly stiffened, and then the whole face began to twitch. What did he see? That team of Konoha's elites are coming towards Konoha. But at the forefront, Uyu took the lead. On the left of Uyu is the super genius of Konoha's generation, the son of Konoha's white Fangya, Hitaki Kakashi. On the right of Uyu, as Konoha's new elite Jonin, a new generation figurehead, one of Sanin, Jiraiya's disciple, Namikaze Minato. And the two of them, holding two huge signs. The sign Kakashi was holding on it was written Uyu's daimyo and Uyu's merits in this war. Every font is big and scary, for fear that others will not see it. That's fine. After all, Uyu, a brat who loves to show off his character, Sarutobi Hiruzen doesn't know it a day or two. And the sign that Namikaze Minato was holding said that Sarutobi Hiruzen's nose was crooked in anger. It actually says that for each of Uyu's deeds, you should pay Uyu's wine. Where is the frontline hero coming back? It's just coming back to collect debts. Is this fair? Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at the dumbfounded people behind him, their heads big. Letting the villagers come to welcome the hero who returned from Konoha also meant to build momentum for Uyu. As a result, this brat didn't pay attention to his image at all. Sarutobi, Chimu Uyu is very good. Danzo on the side changed his face when he saw Sarutobi Hiruzen, and he was immediately overjoyed. Immediately Yin and Yang said weirdly, only feeling that my whole body was relieved. Sarutobi Hiruzen was about to open his mouth to fight back, suddenly the people behind him were talking loudly. Is this Konoha's super genius, Chimu Uyu? Sure enough, he shows talent. Master Minato was impressed by him. So approachable, Lord Uyu. The people of Konoha started talking excitedly. To be honest, the rise of a super genius is very proud of the common people, but they also understand that most geniuses are extremely proud. For example, the Uchiha clan, although rich in genius, to the people, they always look at people through their nostrils. As the head of the Konoha Jingwu army, the Uchiha clan often yells at the people. The wind review is extremely bad. Genius does not mean a good relationship with the people. Although the people of Konoha are proud of the emergence of a super genius in their village, but also expressed concern about the character of this genius. What if you were a domineering person like the Uchiha clan? But now it seems that this genius is very grounded. Although a little joke, the people of Konoha also know that this super genius is not very young. Such behavior, on the contrary, makes them feel good. It really deserves to be a super genius who emerged from their civilian class. It's different from those guys who come from big families and look at them with their nostrils. The people started talking excitedly. Danzo's expression became gloomy as soon as he listened to the people's comments. That bastard Uyu has such a bad character. Can you even be understood as approachable? Fool. Danzo cursed secretly. On the side, Sarutobi Hiruzen is full of joy. He did not expect that Uyu's behavior would have such an effect. In fact, this is also normal. After all, Sarutobi Hiruzen comes from the Sarutobi family and was born as a wealthy family. Although he has been in Naruto for many years, he still failed to fully understand all the thoughts of the low-level civilians. Haha. Sarutobi Hiruzen glanced at the ugly face of Danzo and smiled. Danzo looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen's bright smile, and he couldn't see it. Bastard. Sarutobi and Chimu Uyu, both are bastards. Danzo kept cursing in his heart. While the people were discussing enthusiastically, Uyu and his party had already reached the entrance of the village. Welcome the return of Konoha's hero. Sarutobi Hiruzen laughed and greeted him. Welcome the return of Konoha's hero. The people behind him immediately replied and looked at Uyu and his group with great excitement. Ah, this war. Old man, don't make these bells and whistles, and don't want to go wrong. Uyu pointed at the sign Minato was holding and said with a wary look. Hey. Sarutobi Hiruzen's smile suddenly froze on his face. Just about to encourage everyone who had returned from the front line, Uyu immediately poured cold water on them. Looking at Jiraiya, they snickered. Finally, there is no need to listen to the old man's tirades. Jiraiya and Tsunade are still fresh in memory. When they returned with victory in the Second Ninja World War, the old man spoke at the entrance of the village for nearly 2 hours. What I said was spitting, passionate. This time, it was inevitable. Fortunately, UYU is here, so you don't have to suffer this kind of torture. Who is going to rely on you? Give me back quickly. Sarutobi Hiruzen heard the kindly laugh of the people behind him, and said with some irritation. A good welcome ceremony, UYU made it nondescript. Now that's all right, I can't give a speech anymore. If I don't pay my wages, I will live in your house and not leave. Yu murmured under Sarutobi Hiruzen's darkened gaze. Walked towards the village very shamelessly. There were 3 excited faces looking at him. Yu has no time to talk to Sarutobi Hiruzen. Chimu Yu. Danzo looked at Yu, who was getting closer and closer, staring at him gloomily. If the eyes could kill, Yu would have been killed countless times. Who are you, old bastard? What are you looking at? Yu wasn't used to him, his eyes twitched and scolded angrily. Danzo was stunned. What is this occasion? The occasion when the Konoha people welcome the return of the heroes. Last time Yu scolded him in the Hokage office. After all, only Sarutobi Hiruzen heard it, but now, it's a public occasion. Yu dare to insult himself in public? Asshole. Danzo's eyes suddenly turned red. The entrance of Konoha village. Danzo felt like he was going crazy. I was scolded by Yu in public? What's your identity? One of Konoha's 4. Naruto assistant. Members of the elders. The leader of the root department. It can be said to be a high position, but now, he has been insulted in public by a kid? Who is this person? I don't know, it should be the top of our village, right? How did Master Yu scold him? Who made him stare at Yu-sama unkindly? He deserves it. The voice of the villagers talking in the ears made Danzo vomit blood even more angrily. Since he failed to compete for the position of Naruto, Danzo advertised himself as Noah No Darkness. I have been active underground, coupled with these years of research, the image has also changed a lot. Some people did not recognize him, Danzo is not surprised. But is it too much to say that you have been scolded? Co-author Yu scolds himself, or is his own wrong? Asshole, be careful when you speak. Danzo's guard is still Aburame Ryoma. Aburame Ryoma looked at Yu with a very ugly face, and said with some confidence. Last time, Aburame Ryoma was defeated by Yu. In front of Yu, the bug he was proud of would lose his mobility. As for now, Aburame Ryoma faces Yu even less emboldened. As the main person at the root, Aburame Ryoma knows a lot about Sanagakure's information. The guy in front of him was able to commit suicide and enter Sanagakure alone, killing Sanagakure directly. If he throws himself into Sanagakure, Aburame Ryoma admits that he will not see the sun the next day. Among other things, the captain of Sand Shinobi Anbu who was beheaded by Yu, Aburame Ryoma is not the opponent. Not to mention the sturdy record of killing 3,000 Sand Shinobi. In the face of such killing embryos, even as Danzo's right-hand man, Aburame Ryoma felt a little guilty in his heart. Huh. Which bastard are you? Be careful I cut you off. Yu's eyes condensed, and he wrapped Aburame Ryoma with murderous aura. Aburame Ryoma's expression stagnated. Although he has been an elite jonin for a long time, the ninja killed by Aburame Ryoma may not be as many as Yu's. The terrifying murderous intent made Aburame Ryoma fall into an ice cave, with trembling lips, unable to say a word. Sarutobi, Chimu Yu behaved like this, shouldn't it be severely punished? Danzo looked at Aburame Ryoma's face and suddenly knew that Yu was moving again. Not only yelled at himself, but also attacked his guard in public. This made Danzo almost lose his mind and asked. It's nothing more than the kid's playful thoughts. Does Danzo help me care about the kid who has just returned from the front line and made a great contribution? Sarutobi Hiruzen smiled slightly and said indifferently. Danzo's face became even more ugly when he heard the words. Sarutobi Hiruzen said so, what else can he say? Yu's age is displayed there. Even if there is something out of the ordinary, there is also an excuse for being young. And Yu has just made a great contribution. As Hokage's assistant, is it because of the verbal dispute that Yu's crime should be cured? It's impossible. Even Udatane Kaharu and Mitokado Homura will not support themselves. This scolding was destined to be for nothing. Old miscellaneous, pay attention later, and look at me again, your eyes are chopped off for you. Of course Yu recognizes Danzo now, and he is not drunk. But so what? He returned with a big victory and made a great feat. It can be said to be returning with the general trend. Danzo is just stupid to find trouble for himself at this time. Yu is not used to this old boy, staring at himself gloomily, giving you a face. Just scold you in public. What can you do? If there are too many people and it's not good for your image, Yu even wants to give this old man a knife. Asshole. Danzo's teeth are about to crush. Yu not only scolded himself in public, threatening yourself. He was always the only one when Danzo threatened others, how could anyone threaten himself? However, I can't do anything to take Yu in a short time. Watching Danzo deflate, Jiraiya and Tsunade are in a good mood. Especially Tsunade, she has seen Danzo as a bastard not pleasing to her eyes for a long time. Some things in the past are also faintly related to Danzo. However, as the granddaughter of first Hokage, Tsunade has something to do. Seeing Yu angering Danzo in public, Danzo couldn't do anything with Yu, and he was immediately unhappy. Minato. Although Yu's mouth is a bit stinky, but if you want to become Hokage, you should learn more from this kid. You can see that he prevented Danzo from coming to Taiwan, but he was intact. This is the method. Jiraiya looked at Minato, who was holding the sign beside him, and exclaimed. Although Yu always bullies him, Jiraiya appreciates some aspects of Yu very much. For example, even the old man is not Yu's opponent with this kind of playing tricks on others. Danzo can be said to be in power, and it's okay to say that he is number 2. Didn't Yu still make your head look ashamed? Minato on the side, thoughtful. Yu-kun. Yu. On the other side, Yu greeted the 3 girls with excitement with a smile on their faces. Hong, Lin and Shizune looked at Yu excitedly. There were even traces of tears in the corners of the red eyes. The feeling of longing made Hong plunge directly into Yu's arms. Yu-kun, welcome back. Blushing her pretty face, revealing someone more delicate than a flower. Beautiful smile. Red, Yu sneaked away. Lin looked at Hong like this, and immediately pouted her little mouth, regardless of the crowd, and plunged into the other side of Yu's arms. Shizune looked at Yu madly. Damn brat. Originally, I complimented Yu's Jiraiya with my apprentice, but his face suddenly became greasy and sour. Yu's peach blossom luck really made his envied eyes red. On the other side of Tsunade, Lu frowned slightly. I don't know why. Watching Yu holding a few girls and smiling happily, Tsunade has the urge to give him a punch. What's wrong? Tsunade bit her red lip. Since she cured her panasemia with Yu's blood, she felt that something was wrong with her whole body. Minato. Let me tell you, the teacher back then Boom. Jiraiya was still bragging with Minato, and when she was very popular with girls, Tsunade spit out sour water with a punch.
Jiraiya, you are too noisy. Tsunade glanced at Jiraiya coldly, snorted coldly, and walked in the direction of Yu.
This kid, he has to take his own gambling all day, that's it. What the hell? Jiraiya was beaten inexplicably, clutching her aching belly, and the corners of her mouth twitched. Who did he provoke? Enter. Konoha village. Several days have passed since the Konoha frontline elite troops returned to the village. Yu has not been very happy these few days. Originally, Yu thought about finally coming back from the frontline, and wanted to take a good rest. Drink, sleep, eat delicious food, and take a good vacation. This is Yu's ideal life. But the development of things seems to be different from what Yu expected. As soon as he came back, Tsunade caught the strong man the same day, and he had to drag himself to the casino. After all, I also agreed to Tsunade. I am a trustworthy person. But it was just a day, and Yu felt nothing. Big deal, the rest plan will start the next day. On the same day, he took Tsunade to the Konoha's casino to kill all parties. Observation Hockey has reached the penultimate level of Yu, and the grasp of the game has reached an ultimate. Let Tsunade experience it, it's hard to do what it means to lose. But what made Yu dissatisfied was that this lady even kissed herself excitedly while she was not paying attention. I dared to take advantage of myself. Yu turned his face on the spot and just took advantage of it again. The status of the family must be determined. At first, Yu thought, now that you can finally live back to the leisurely life of the past. As a result, from the next day onwards, Hong, Lin, and Shizune seemed to have made an appointment and knocked on their door every morning. Today I will accompany Red for a walk, tomorrow I will play with Lin, the day after tomorrow I will accompany Shizune on an outing, and the day after tomorrow I will accompany Tsunade on shopping. These women have arranged their time to the fullest. In the past few days, Yu didn't even sit down and have a drink. Of course, Jiraiya's sore eyes are red on such days. However, Yu gave Jiraiya an interpretation, what is meant by, the one who is favored has no fear. Still complaining in front of Jiraiya, an angry Jiraiya almost didn't hit the wall. Today, Uyu woke up early and left before Hong knocked on the door. When I got up early, Uyu, who was not getting enough sleep, was uncomfortable all over. Yu decided not to make others too comfortable. Konoha, Hokage office. Sarutobi Hiruzen was sitting in Hokage's seat looking at documents and information. Around the eyes, there are obvious dark circles. After Cloud Shinobi Village and Iwagakure declared war on Konoha, Sarutobi Hiruzen had too many things to arrange. I have been living in the office for several days. Although physically exhausted, Sarutobi Hiruzen is very energetic. According to the current balance of power, Konoha is not afraid of the combination of Iwagakure and Cloud Shinobi Village. The general trend of the war is under the control of Sarutobi Hiruzen. The most important thing is that Uyu, that stinky boy, didn't come to him. When Sarutobi Hiruzen returned to the village from Uyu, he was already ready to fight Uyu. After all, from what Uyu asked Kakashi and Minato to do when Uyu returned to the village, you can tell that this stinky kid is definitely looking for his own business. In the past few days, Tsunade and the others took Uyu to play around the village. Have fun. Tsunade has to take Uyu to have fun for a while. Don't mess with yourself anymore. Sarutobi Hiruzen thought sadly. Although Uyu's strength is strong, he has never let himself down. But look at what he did. Let me talk about the Chunin exam first. Sarutobi Hiruzen at the beginning just wanted Uyu to show off his talents, and let the hidden villages see their Konoha new generation geniuses. Let those villages have a long experience. Is there such a genius in your village? Then deter those villages and let them know that even if Konoha loses, Konoha's White Fang, countless geniuses are still emerging. You guys can't afford it. The result. The candidates from the outer village who came to take the Chunin exam were frightened by Uyu. Had it not been for Orochimaru's intervention in the exam, Uyu would have cut everyone off. If this makes Uyu cut everyone down, those villages will have to fight Konoha. In the end, he used the memory blockade himself to calm the storm. Let's talk about the subsequent battle with Sanagakure. Sarutobi Hiruzen gave Uyu the task of cooperating with Jiraiya and Tsunade to fight against Sanagakure's high-end power. The result? Uyu was lost on the first day. After entering the enemy by mistake, he went straight to Sanagakure. One person, cut down all Sanagakure. Destroy Sanagakure's important power, Anbu. Let the battle between Sanagakure and Konoha come to an end. Although in terms of results, Uyu has overfulfilled the task. But what about the process? That's an excitement. Sarutobi Hiruzen's heart is really unbearable. These are just two major events. Uyu's character, Sarutobi Hiruzen has already understood thoroughly. Generally speaking, Uyu is a very pure person. My favorite is undoubtedly a variety of fine wines. Then he likes to chop people, and is obsessed with kendo. Sarutobi Hiruzen comforted herself silently. At least Uyu's current cuts are all from other villages. When dealing with the people in this village, Uyu is still very measured. For example, to Uchiha Obito, it was just some small skin trauma. Otherwise, Sarutobi Hiruzen would not be so optimistic about Uyu. But Uyu's personality is indeed a bit bad. Needless to say, his son Asuma, this unfilial son, has succumbed to Uyu's power. Also helped Uyu steal his own wine. Not only that, even him, third Hokage, Uyu has to bully. Needless to say, my own disciple Jiraiya, because I scolded Uyu several times in the tavern in the early years. Then I was bullied by Uyu. By the way, Uyu's mouth is really powerful, and even he, who has been in the position of Hokage for many years, is not his opponent. Although his personality is a little bad, Uyu still loves the village very much. Sarutobi Hiruzen firmly believes in this, because he got this answer from the first time he met Uyu. And what Uyu does is also beneficial to the village. It can even be said that Konoha has done a lot. So if you have some flaws in your personality, you don't care about it with Uyu. Sarutobi Hiruzen comforted herself pretendingly in her heart. As long as this brat doesn't want to do anything about himself. Bang. Old man, I have to pay for it. The door of the Naruto office was roughly pushed open. Sarutobi Hiruzen's expression froze suddenly. Bang. Old man, I have to pay for it. The door of the Naruto office was roughly pushed open. The black line on Sarutobi Hiruzen's face. No need to look up, he knows who is here. In the entire Konoha village, only one person has the courage. Uyu. Why are you here? Unfortunately, Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't dare to provoke Uyu. Uyu, eat soft but not hard. You coax him well, Uyu can kill Sanagakure for you. If you can't coax me well, Uyu went on strike. Sarutobi Hiruzen now counts on you to make further contributions in the Rock Shinobi and Cloud Shinobi battlefields. Sarutobi Hiruzen pulled out a grudging smile and looked at Yu. Old man, you don't seem to be happy that I'm here. Yu looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen with suspicion, a little dissatisfied. No, I am, too tired, yes, look at my dark circles. Sarutobi Hiruzen's mouth twitched. You came to find me, I can be so happy. But there is no way, Sarutobi Hiruzen has to find a reason. Pointing to his dark circles, smiled tragically. You see, I'm so miserable, so don't worry about me. You can't do this, the kidney is weak, you have to drink more wine with me to nourish the kidney. Yu looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen's dark circles and said seriously. Sarutobi Hiruzen's face turned green. He still has a youthful tale. Kidney deficiency, a fart. This is obviously tired from staying up late at work. And drinking can make up for the kidneys, it's purely because I don't think my kidney is broken fast enough. Who does this brat think is a freak like you? Drinking wine as water, the result is still getting better and better? What the hell are you doing here? Sarutobi Hiruzen has a dark face, this stinky boy, he will stimulate himself when he comes back. If it weren't for your name, I'll kill you. Aren't I going to tell you? It's an account, old man, don't you really have kidney deficiency, right? Hearing and memory are no longer good. Yu looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen up and down, and said suspiciously. My? Percent. Sarutobi Hiruzen has already started to explode in his heart. Yu's mouth is really maddening. Who have an account? What do you want? Sarutobi Hiruzen took a breath, regained his mood, and asked pretendingly. Bang. Do you want to go wrong? Yu suddenly slapped Sarutobi Hiruzen fiercely on the table, shocking Sarutobi Hiruzen. Boy, this is the Hokage office, pay attention to it. Sarutobi Hiruzen was startled by Yu's sudden movement, and said angrily. Only this kid, dare to do this here. What? You want to suppress Konoha's greatest hero? I shed blood for Konoha, do you want to make me cry? Yu became angry at once, pointed at Sarutobi Hiruzen and began to scold him. Sarutobi Hiruzen listened to Yu's endless anger, and his entire face started to twitch. Why does your mouth grow? Buttoning the hat is really superb. What did you say? To suppress you. He also bleeds blood for Konoha. Minato has told himself, your kid hasn't even worn the skin in this war. Still crying, your kid always makes others cry. Okay, I'm afraid of you, let's talk, what do you want? Listening to Yu, the more he spoke, the more energized he was, and he even lifted the will of fire. By the way, this kid is quite able to combine his own examples, and speaks eloquently. The will of fire that he admired turned out to be a tool for this stinky boy to teach himself. Sarutobi Hiruzen almost bit his tongue. Didn't you just say something to make you pay attention? So many hats are on his forehead. Well, it's also like treating Konoha heroes. Yu nodded in satisfaction. Ah, did you see the sign Minato held that day? Yu looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen as if he was going crazy, coughed dryly, and said. Can't let the old man find a space to fight back. The corner of Sarutobi Hiruzen's mouth twitched. This stinky boy was really good at his words and looks. As soon as he was about to fight back, he was led to another place by this kid. The talkative mouth, the clever means of buttoning the hat, the way of speaking that avoids the most important things. You kid, so why should you go to the famous mansion of the country of fire to be a big official? I saw it, you wrote it yourself, and I didn't promise you. Sarutobi Hiruzen eased his mood and said angrily. If you follow the above statement, you can sell the belongings of the Sarutobi family. An ordinary sand shinobi, this stinky boy opened a bottle of wine worth 100,000 taels. Let alone Jonin, it is 10 times more expensive. As for the captain of sand shinobi Anbu, the deputy captain, and the elder Chiyo who was seriously injured by Yu. It is a sky-high price. There is also a reward for destroying Sanagakure. Sarutobi Hiruzen even suspected that he had sold all the belongings of the Sarutobi family, enough to pay Yu. Don't even think about this kind of unreasonable request. It's really stingy. I don't have the courage to do big things at all. How can you do Hokage well like this? Yu looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen dissatisfied, and taught him a lesson. You let me see your courage. Sarutobi Hiruzen's mouth twitched, asked bravely. You are obviously blackmail. I cut Sanagakure over, alone. Enough. Did you kill sand shinobi as many as I did? Yu raised his chin and said proudly. Sarutobi Hiruzen's face suddenly became dark, and there was nothing to say. He counted it carefully, it seems, sand shinobi who killed him is really not as many as Yu's. Forget it. I'm generous, so I'll give you a preferential price. Did you quietly buy a few boxes of good wine? Yu looked generous and stared at Sarutobi Hiruzen. Sarutobi Hiruzen was immediately stunned. Not long ago, he had finally gotten the precious jelly from the Daming Mansion of the Land of Fire. How did you kid know about it? Asuma. Sarutobi Hiruzen darkened his face, and immediately thought of the culprit. House thief is hard to guard against. Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at Yu's determined expression and wanted to cry without tears. Konoha Village. Known as the strongest Naruto ninyo, doctor of ninjutsu, and so on, Konoha 3rd Hokage, Sarutobi Hiruzen's home. At this moment, here is going through a cruel and inhumane robbery. Asuma, are you sure that's it? Well, there should be no more, there are 3 boxes in total. Good job. Ho, ho, ho. Sarutobi Hiruzen sat there motionless, his eyes lost focus. These wines are not like those taken by Yu before. Although some of them are expensive, they are still available on the market. And these, but obtained from the mansion of the name of the country of fire, special tribute to the great name of the country of fire to enjoy the jelly. There is no such thing on the market. Even the name of the country of fire can't drink much. With great difficulty, I got some from the Daming Mansion. It turned out that he hadn't waited for him to enjoy it, so Yu gave it to him. If he knew it, he shouldn't be reluctant to drink it. In the end, it all got cheaper, this brat. Old man, why are you so stingy? Sarutobi Hiruzen turned his head and looked at his disciple. What are you doing? Sarutobi Hiruzen said to Tsunade angrily. Yu asked me to help him move the wine, I have more strength. Tsunade clenched his fists and said proudly. Sarutobi Hiruzen's face went dark, sinister. How come they are all such disciples that I teach them? The teacher's house has been robbed, so you don't have to help stop it. Also come to be a helper. Forget it, I don't care about you. Sarutobi Hiruzen comforted herself, watching the 3 boxes of wine next to Yu, tears in her heart. He hasn't even tasted the taste yet. 3 boxes, are they missing? Yu looked at the 3 boxes of wine beside him, his eyes lit up. Good wine. I opened a bottle just now, just by smelling the wine, I actually gained a little bit of physique. This is definitely the best wine I have gotten since I came into this world. Although the quality of the wine is nothing to say, the quantity is too small. 3 boxes, if Yu opened the drink, he would be able to drink it all in 2 days. It's still less. Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at Yu's dissatisfied look, his teeth ached with anger. The output of these wines is pitifully small every year. In some years, there was no output at all. The wine produced was all tribute to the name of the country of fire. The daimyo of the country of fire will give out a small part to reward the important officials of the country of fire. As Hokage, although he is on the same level as the daimyo in name, he rarely gets these wines. This time, I finally got 3 boxes from the Daming Mansion in the Land of Fire, all of which were handled by your kid, so there are still too few. Old man, look at your petty, not doing big things at all. I cut sand shinobi all over, don't I just drink your wine? Yu looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen's hideous expression, and felt a little guilty in his heart. Only by smelling the aroma of wine, you can get wine with attribute points. Of course, Yu knows how rare it is. But Yu won't admit to counseling, and can't let the old man see that he is a little bit unbearable, otherwise, next time I have something good, what should I do if I don't give it to myself? Instead, he taught. Smelly boy, drink it. When Sarutobi Hiruzen heard Yu say this, he said irritably. Compared with Yu's feats, these wines seem to be nothing. As Hokage, you must be generous. This kid doesn't want power or money. Isn't it just wine? Here it is. Then what, the reward is still not enough. Give me the wine you hid. Yu looked around for a week and said seriously. Yu is not short of money now, but some wines can't be bought with money. The wine that was blackmailed from the old man before was also very rare. Sarutobi Hiruzen can get it because he is Hokage, so he can get it. And those wines, Yu can't buy even if you have money. Sarutobi Hiruzen really wants to pinch Yu's face to see how thick it is. Not only did you take away these special wines, you still want to draw a salary from the bottom of the pot? What do you think of me? The big deal is that I will help you cut Rock Shinobi and Cloud Shinobi assholes. Yu couldn't stand Sarutobi Hiruzen's gaze, waved his hand, and said. When Sarutobi Hiruzen heard Yu's words, the corners of his mouth twitched. Listen. What Haki's words? 2 of the 5 hidden villages, Cloud Shinobi Village and Iwagakure, are in this kid's mouth, like a chicken. If Konoha talked like this, Sarutobi Hiruzen would be a big mouth. If you don't look at yourself in the mirror, you can also underestimate Cloud Shinobi Village and Iwagakure. However, I really have to rely on Yu Yu's power to deal with Cloud Shinobi Village and Iwagakure. The two villages are added together, let alone the power of 3rd Tsuchikage Onoki and 3rd Reikage. There are only 4 mo-tailed beasts. If this is all put on the battlefield, let alone whether the summoning beasts of my apprentices can be dealt with, it is impossible to do 1-to-1 in terms of quantity. Konoha, only, Yu has the power to counter the tail beast head-on. Even the tail beast must be treated with care for the slash of dozens of hundreds of meters. Diaresis okay, take it, take it. Sarutobi Hiruzen gritted his teeth, endured heartache, and pointed in a direction. Haha, Master Naruto is really courageous. I would say Master Naruto is someone who does great things. Yu immediately asked Asuma and Tsunade to remove the wine there. When you see the wine together, you don't hesitate to praise yourself. Sarutobi Hiruzen felt much better at once. Tsunade, let's go with the wine. When I was about to say something, I looked at Yu and Tsunade who were leaving with the wine in amazement. Sarutobi Hiruzen's face is full of black lines. This stinky boy, take something and run away. The ability to cross the river and bridge the bridge is first rate. That's Yu, right? Sarutobi Bawako walked to the side of Sarutobi Hiruzen funny, and whispered softly. She hasn't seen her husband being bullied like this. It's that brat, it's not a good thing. Sarutobi Hiruzen blew his beard and stared. Asuma, you prodigal. Sarutobi Hiruzen, who was out of anger, immediately vented his anger with Asuma on the side. Bang. Look at what you look like, bang. Can't you learn from Yu? Lousy, I will fight for your tone? Sarutobi Lake Biwa looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen fatly beating Asuma, and smiled. This old man is really hard-mouthed. Obviously, I like that Yu so much. Ha, after coming out of Sarutobi Hiruzen's house, Yu hummed happily. Sanagakure, great place. Yu sighed inwardly when looking at these rare wines. He also increased his strength, and gained a profound swordsmanship. You can also give yourself an excuse to blackmail the old man and get these good wines. I don't have to say, next time I meet, I have to cut him down. Yu, what bad idea are you thinking? Tsunade looked at Yu with an inexplicable smile and shuddered. Every time Yu shows this smile, someone must be unlucky. This is all talk of experience, whether it is Kakashi, Jiraiya or the old man, they are all bullied by Yu. What are you talking about? I'm very honest. Yu said dissatisfiedly. Konoha, who doesn't know him? Yu is a good kunzi. Tsunade looked at Yu's determined look, a little speechless. Can you look at these wines when you say this? These are all you robbed from the old man. Where is your integrity? Crack. After a while, the two walked to Yu's residence. It's pretty heavy. Tsunade placed the wine box on the floor of and stretched his body, revealing the curve. This shows how much Yu robbed Sarutobi Hiruzen, which made Tsunade a little tired. Why are you still not leaving? Don't want to drink wine? Yu said with a wary look. This woman, won't you want to rub her own good bar? Tsunade's face was cramping. This stinky boy has a top-notch level in crossing the river and demolishing the bridge. Moreover, the dead straight man. Tsunade looked at his bumps and cursed secretly. It's not that Tsunade is boasting, but she, who is in her best years for women, is definitely Konoha's #1 beauty. Such a big beauty in front of you. As a result, you stinky boy, you only have wine in your eyes? I said, if it weren't for me, could you blackmail so smoothly? Tsunade Chong's nose moved, she hadn't thought about it yet. But when Yu said it, Tsunade reacted immediately. As the granddaughter of first Hokage, Tsunade's knowledge is absolutely top-notch. You can tell the origin of these wines at a glance. These wines are very precious. Since the second grandfather of Tsunade Senju Tobarama passed away, he has never drunk this wine again. Thinking about it now, Tsunade really misses the taste a bit. What is blackmail? This is my spoils. Yu grumbled dissatisfiedly, a little tangled. I have to say that Yu is able to do so in Konoha and has a close relationship with Tsunade. Because of the existence of Tsunade, Danzo, Udatain Kaharu, and Mitokado Homura, the three old things didn't dare to trouble themselves at this time. The status of the #1 medical ninja in the ninja world was so useful during the war. In addition, the current Tsunade phobia has been cured, and Konoha's status is getting higher and higher. Maybe, in the future, you will have to rely on Tsunade and blackmail the old man and them again. Alright, then let you have a drink. Yu gritted his teeth and looked like he had suffered a lot. Then, under Tsunade's black line expression, he took a small cup as big as a thumb from the dining table. Yu. Tsunade is going crazy. This stinky boy is really stingy when it comes to alcohol. With such a small cup, Tsunade even wondered if it was enough for a bite. Fine. This is you. Yu threw this small cup away, and took another cup from the dining table. It was about twice as large as the small cup and looked distressed. I'll fill you up. Yu showed an inexplicable smile, opened one of the bottles of Agar, and took a deep sip of the wine. Ding. Physical +1. Yu's face was intoxicated. I really don't know what ingredients are used in this wine to make it so mellow. Wow. Yu poured a cup of Tsunade with a distressed look. Do you think I'm blind? Tsunade didn't feel much about it at first, but when Yu poured the wine, he suddenly realized something was wrong. This cup is big, but the bottom of the cup is extremely high. After a visual inspection, the wine that this cup can hold is about the same as that of the small cup. In other words, this is simply a look. What are you talking about? I don't understand. Seeing that Tsunade had discovered the secret, Yu gave a dry cough and pretended to be stupid. I said, you are too picky, right? I forcefully suppressed the panic and went to the battlefield for you. Are you worthy of me? Yu looked at Tsunade helplessly. What are you doing? Those who don't know think what happened to you. You wouldn't be so stingy like an old man, would you? Konoha, now everyone says that Shimu Yu is a great genius, especially courage, unlike third Hokage. Tsunade said with brilliant eyes. Okay, isn't it just wine? My greatest advantage is generosity. As soon as Yu heard it, he was in a good mood, and he waved his big hand and said. Great. Tsunade immediately took the largest cup from the table and looked at Yu's mouth with a twitch. Hastily. I was given a routine by this lady. Those villagers can say that old man third generation. I will change my last name to Senju in the future. Tons. You drink less, it's not good for your health. Yu looked at Tsunade with a blushing face and pumped distress edly. Holding Tsunade's hand, he said seriously, are you caring for me? Tsunade was obviously drunk, and looked at Yu with a serious face, showing a touching smile. Yes, I feel distressed, it hurts to death, don't drink it. Yu nodded affirmatively. If you drink it again, the rare things you finally got will be gone. You have a conscience. Tsunade looked at Yu's sincere expression and was moved. You said, what the hell is wrong with me? Tsunade looked at Yu's slightly immature but perfectly perfect facial features, and his eyes were a bit blurred. She has discovered that her feelings for Yu are no longer like ordinary feelings. It's really irritating. Why is your skin so good? Tsunade pinched Yu's face suddenly, with a look of dissatisfaction. The corner of Yu's mouth twitched. This woman, is she crazy? How dare you pinch your face? However, it looks good, so let's have a laugh. Tsunade lifted Yu's chin and pursed red lips. Tsunade. Today I will let you know what family status is. Yu was immediately annoyed. This lady, dare to tease herself? Immediately a pounce, taking the initiative, early morning. A ray of sunlight shone on Tsunade's lovely face. Well. Tsunade Willow frowned slightly, her beautiful eyes slowly opened. The dazzling sunlight made her a little bit unable to open her eyes. What time is it? There seems to be a medical study today. Tsunade rubbed his eyes and yawned. Tsunade is now the captain of Konoha Medical Corps and has a heavy responsibility. Especially in this special period, the task is even more onerous. Looking down, Tsunade looked at his dress and Yu who was sleeping beside him, his pretty face solidified. Yu. What are you doing? Don't let people sleep well early in the morning. Yu was shocked and opened his eyes in dissatisfaction. Heavy dark circles make Yu a little bit angry. You. What did you do to me? Tsunade flushed with a pretty face and pointed at Yu. What did I do to you? Look here. Yu is more fierce than Tsunade, pointing to his shoulder and neck, and said angrily. This lady, after getting drunk, mono. Tsunade looked at the tooth marks on Yu's neck and shoulders, feeling a little confused. Shook his head, the memory of last night was slowly remembered by Tsunade. Well. Tsunade was holding his hot pretty face. Last night, I seem to have said something terrible. Then he did something indescribable to Yu. Is it true that you are? Tsunade was taken aback by his thoughts. Looking at Yu with complicated eyes. Look at what? You won yesterday, but you waited for me, next time I will definitely win back. Yu looked at Tsunade, and suddenly knew that she had remembered what happened last night. Said a little bit ashamed into anger. What a shame. Originally, he took the initiative to attack, wanting to let Tsunade know what family status is. It turned out to be rebellious. My physique is not as strong as Tsunade. His strength lies in kendo, but in that case, kendo has a fart. This is a real head-to-head. However, other physiques of quasi-cage level are not enough for Tsunade, which is the top 3 in the ninja world. Yu Yu made up his mind to go to the battlefield and cut off the bastards Rock Shinobi and Cloud Shinobi. Strengthen your physique. After the war is over, let Tsunade see his own power. Don't say it. Although Tsunade is a bit older than Yu, how can he have this kind of experience? Chao blushed immediately, and some did not dare to look at Yu Yu's eyes. Less long-winded, I'm not convinced. Let's fight another round. Yu Yu looked at Tsunade's appearance and said in embarrassment. The Tsunade at this time is harmless to humans and animals. But yesterday, she even wanted to suck her own blood. What do you want to feel the original heartbeat? Tsunade looked at Yu, who was pounding by a hungry wolf, and his heart was pounding. The pretty face was a bit tangled. She is, since? Still did it. After all, I made Yu a little embarrassed last night. What if I didn't ask him to get him back and ignore himself in the future? Tsunade, who understood what he was thinking, was also very calm. To like is to like, and to feel is to feel. She is Tsunade, but a person who dares to love and hate. As for age, Yu is not much different from himself, just like it has been in the past 10 years. Little thing. Your own 100 healings mark can make you look beautiful forever. Isn't it more than enough to match this brat? Boom. Boom. Yu-kun, here we are. Just as Yu was about to pounce on, a knock on the door sounded. Yes, Hong, Lin and Shizune. Tsunade suddenly panicked. Hong does not say anything, Shizune is her disciple. Lin is also learning medical ninjutsu with herself because of Yu. Although there is no formal apprenticeship, it is no different from a disciple. This appearance appeared in front of the disciple, and even with Tsunade's character, he felt a little flustered. Yes, just chant. Yu watched Tsunade tidying up his clothes, panicked, disapproving. Even with Tsunade's anxious expression, he calmly opened the door. Crack. Yu, let's come. Lin looked at Yu's handsome face and smiled brilliantly. Yu-kun, this is my breakfast. Hong is holding a lunchbox, her pretty face is full of tenderness. And mine. Shizune on the side also held a small lunchbox, her pretty face full of expectation. Yu, what's wrong with your neck and shoulders? At this moment, the sharp-eyed Lin suddenly noticed the abnormality on Yu's neck and shoulders, and asked suspiciously. It's okay, it was made by a drunk little wild cat. Yu said calmly, you are the little wild cat. Tsunade in the room was suddenly frustrated when he heard Yu's words. How dare to say that to myself? Wildcat. Lin didn't believe it. That trace was obviously caused by someone. Yu sneaked away? Ah, you are here. Tsunade thought for a long time and decided to take the initiative, better than letting these little girls catch him in the house. Master Tsunade? Lin, Hong and Shizune were shocked. Master Tsunade, how come out of Yu's house? Could it be that? Then what? I'm here to inform Yu to attend the meeting in a few days, right, Yu? Tsunade looked at the warm eyes of several little girls and forcibly found a reason. Yu looked at Tsunade with some playful eyes. There are naturally meetings. It is about the operational deployment of Rock Shinobi and Cloud Shinobi. But the news, I received it a few days ago. Tsunade was uncomfortable being seen by Yu, she also wanted face. There was a begging expression. Yes, that's right. Seeing Tsunade begging for mercy, Yu was immediately satisfied. The status of the family must be determined. Ah, then I'm leaving now. Tsunade breathed a sigh of relief, gave a dry cough, and ran away as if to escape. Yu, Master Tsunade did it, right? Yu is partial, I want to. Tsunade can now be said to be her own master. Thinking about it this way, the little devil in Lin's heart seemed to have awakened. He threw into Yu's arms with a look of excitement. Hey, Lin, what are you doing? Tsunade, Master Tsunade. Shizune's pretty face flushed. Just thinking about it, it feels a bit irritating. Why do I? Shizune looked at the tooth marks on Yu's shoulder and neck, feeling a little moved. That was made by Tsunade-sama. Wow. Shizune, why are you here too? Hi. Red. Why are you also joining the fun? Red frosted little tiger teeth, beautiful eyes twinkling, so she shouldn't fall behind. Inta.